It really does look like there's something wrong. Like that doesn't look sexy. It looks like there's something wrong. But hey, how's it going? Welcome to Order 42. I'm Rob. And look, let it be known that Ninjinzu was beaten today. Robert Rivera was first. So let that be known to all of you. Robert was first, not Ricky. And look, as much as I appreciate Rufus coming in hot, that's not first either. But look, it's not a race. It's not a race. I'm just glad you're here. Welcome to the show. How are you guys doing? What's going on? What's new? Anything new going on? Excuse me. Excuse me. Show us movie and book stuff. I don't really have any book stuff to show you today. I don't have any new books. I have a couple of new movies that I would like to show you. But we're not at that point yet. Let's all settle in, grab yourself a drink and, another thing if you want, a vape or a hey, I don't know, whatever you guys are into, whatever you guys are into. I mean, yeah. So yeah, Ninjinzu's got it right. I'm glad that you're here too. I'm glad that you're here too. Rufus is here, Bucho's here, Robert's here, of course. Carbonite's here, Cosma's here. Look, we got a full house already. It's good. It's good. Let's see what not first, just done eating dinner. What'd you have? What did you eat, Cosma? I want to know. Because I made my sandwich. My lovely sandwich. Look, here's the thing. I'm just going to tell you. Everybody knows it, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I could eat a sandwich for every meal. No question, no problem. No worries. A sandwich. That's right. A turkey sandwich with, I put cheese and bacon and spinach, a little bit of mayo, and then a little bit of honey racha on the bottom. The problem is, Heinz stopped making honey racha. So I've decided that I'm going to make my own. So I made it with sriracha and honey, and it was different. But hey, I'm telling you, man, it's a beautiful little sandwich on potato bread. Martin's potato rolls. Man, awesome. But anyway, good to see all your digital footprints. Yeah. The love is here. The love is here. Old man arthritis. Eesh, that sucks. And by the way, a happy belated birthday to Bucho. I don't think he saw my birthday greetings in Discord via DM. I don't think he saw it. But happy belated there, Bucho. I hope you had a good one. And yeah, it's been freaking hot. We got up at 7:30 this morning. Actually, earlier than that, 7:15. So we could make it to the Fort Worth Nature Center where we do our hikes. We did 3.5 miles and it was 85 degrees and humid as hell. By the time we were finished, April and I were both just soaking wet. So yeah. It was, and I think it was 94 today, 93. It's bad. Don't like summertime. So there you go. But look, we're already behind. Ito Ramos is here. Welcome. Squiggles is here. Good to see you too. Let's see. The Nintendo Direct was awesome. Oh, we'll talk about it. There was almost like every other game was like, ooh, I want to play that. But yeah, we'll talk about it. I mean, really, it's the big two, right? For me, it's the big two. But, you asked what to do with this. I answered, hey, I get it. Non-alcoholic Blue Moon. Ah, okay. What type? Oh yeah, the sandwich, man. That turkey sandwich, man. I'm telling you, if I took a picture of it and put it in Discord, every one of you, I guarantee you, every one of you would go, "That's a pretty ass sandwich." I make them pretty because you eat with your eyes first. And part of the beauty of it is making a really nice looking sandwich. It's just good, man. Pepperoni, pizza, pepperoni, one and peppers, and mushrooms on the second. Hey, that sounds good. And yeah, Martin's is good. Good stuff. Old man arthritis, Billy twerking. I mean, maybe a little bit. That could be it. I've been slacking on all the discords lately like some kind of slacker. Well, hey, I understand. It's no big deal. I understand. Look, here's the thing. I've gotten to where I open Twitter once a day, X, once a day, because there's so much. I can't. There's so much negativity. And some of it's about, political crap, or if it's Star Wars or whatever. And it's just like, it's gotten to the point where it's hard for me to even want to talk about Star Wars. But hey, in my heart, it was all your birthdays too. Well, thank you, Bucho. Happy birthday to all of us then. Excuse me. For a long time now, even if they're just meh, the Nintendo Directs are my favorite ones to watch because the mood and everything that Nintendo has when they make them. Yeah, there's a joy that comes along with it. And I think another thing that I really like about it is that they don't spend, 15 minutes on one thing. A lot of times, I mean, it's not true with every single one, but a lot of times it's like, hey, here's this game. Here's about a minute and a half worth of stuff. Hey, it's coming out here. And then here's the next game. And it's just, I like that it just moves, And then if they want to do like zero in on something, for some new game, that they want to spend 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes, however long, talking about that game, do it as a separate video. The directs, all of those should just be nice and speedy, and let's move it along, And JX Editor, how is it going? Some fans are utterly determined to make talking about Star Wars unfun. I like to troll those people. I've gotten to where I don't even troll anymore. The trolling has become unfun because it's like everybody, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just not that fun to me. I still do it, on occasion when I get a snarky comment or something like that. And the funny thing is they never respond. I don't know why. I don't know if they just expect people not to respond. Oh yeah, I'm going to comment on this video from months ago. He won't read that. No, I read every comment. As it comes in, I read every single comment because I love comments and I love the fact that people are watching my video. So I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand that about, I guess it's, you get so big that all these comments come through and you just don't read them or something, but I love it. That's one of my favorite things. It's reading comments on, especially like an old video, like I've been getting comments on my At Close Range review from like a year ago, and it's fun to talk about movies and it's fun to talk about things. But yeah, if Twitter was alive back in the day, it would have been VHS versus beta. Oh yeah, I mean, well, and I think anything where there's kind of a competition type thing, yeah, it would have been, the Civil War would have been really interesting. But anyway, I picked up Eraser on digital HD with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Vanessa Williams today. I haven't seen that. I don't think I've seen that movie since it was in theaters. I wasn't a huge fan of that one. And then, there's people that like the seventh level tweeted at me today and showed me I Come in Peace, Dolph Lundgren, and I'm like, I've never seen that. I've just never seen it. And then I look it up on IMDb and it's got like a 6.1, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. But hey, I'm happy to talk movies anytime. Eraser is a classic. Have you heard of the 4-hour Revenge of the Sith fan edit? Oh wow. Yeah, you got to take breaks. I trolled a lot in 2018 and had to take a breath. Had some fun tonight. Yeah, I mean, like the whole. I don't know if you saw the. My least favorite YouTuber when it comes to Star Wars tweeted about his latest video being demonetized, and he was saying something like, "Oh, the what did he say? The I don't remember what he said, but he basically started a bunch of crap, and I'm just like." Oh, the silencing has begun or something like that. And I'm like, just because it's demonetized doesn't mean people can't see the video. It means that you did something in the video that is breaking the rules. And whether we like it or not, when we put a video up on this platform, we have to abide by the rules. And if you don't abide by the rules, you get demonetized. That's not censorship. That's not silencing. Now you might say, well, if it's demonetized and it doesn't get it doesn't get recommended as much, maybe you could say that, but come on. Come on, dude. Tea is done already and it's only 7-Eleven. What's going on? SNES Genesis. Yeah, iPhone, Android. I mean, it's a constant thing. I saw a good old movie the other day, Rope. It's a good one. I own it. Oh, it's in the box. It hasn't made it on the shelf yet. It's a part of my Alfred Hitchcock collection. But yeah, Rope is an amazing movie. Pretty much anything with Jimmy Stewart is amazing. But then you throw Hitchcock on top of it, and it's like, I love this movie, and I love everything about it. So, yeah, a very early gay relationship in Rope. I really and it's funny. I didn't pick up on that when I was a kid. I didn't think anything was weird, but it's actually kind of interesting looking at it through an adult lens. It's like, wow, this is really good. But yeah, the Sixth Day. I actually own the Sixth Day because it was part of that 100 for $100 Columbia Pictures, whatever. I still haven't watched it again. I've only seen that movie once. I'm pretty sure I saw that in the theater. I might not have. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, Rope is so good. All the Hitchcock movies are good. Even the older ones, before he was part of like that he did over in England. Those are great too. They're just they're not quite as good and quite as polished, but still really really fun. Really fun to watch. I'm looking forward to Crimson Mall's upcoming updated version of the 4-hour cut. Wow. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about it's weird. Fan edits, I've kind of gotten I wouldn't say completely out on fan edits, but I'm very like I don't know what to do about them now because what I like to do is I like to be able to it either has to be a movie that I have seen 100 times and that I know backwards and forwards, or I need to have recently watched it. And then I watch the fan edit to be able to compare the difference, the feel of the difference. But at the end of the day, it's still such a subjective thing that I don't know what to do about it. I'm still trying to think about it. And I'm still going to do a video talking about that because there's a lot of people that are like I keep getting a lot of views on my fan edits and I just want people to be clear what my stance is because, I don't want people to subscribe and thinking they're going to get a bunch of fan edit reviews because it's probably not going to happen. They're going to be very few and far between. So, you have a theory as to who you might be talking about? Interesting. Most of my videos are limited. I play violent stuff and swear. Hey, but as long as you're happy about that, or as long as you're okay with that, then yeah. I mean, that's how I do it. And Not Gary. Welcome, Not Gary. Good to see you. It's good to see you. HD DVD versus Blu-ray debate. See, the only debate that I ever saw was in like forums, message boards and stuff back in the day. But yeah, I bet that would still be that would be a topic, but the funny thing about it is that I actually thought the Blu-ray technology was better. I mean, sure, Sony gets a license fee, for, I don't know if it's for the players, I'm pretty sure it's for the players. But man, it's it's night and day. It's like a night and day difference technology wise. But I don't recommend that approach if you watch Firemark's DC saga, especially considering the original movies almost don't exist. Yeah, I mean but that's the thing. I wouldn't choose to review that probably. Um, but it's gotten to be a thing where it's kind of like it almost becomes a promotional thing. And that's where I have a bit of a problem with it because I'm basically promoting this thing. And it's not that I have a problem that I'm not getting paid for it, but it's also like I'd rather watch something new. And so many fan edits out there are so iterative. They're not a new experience. It's literally, oh, I took out this scene I didn't like and I put in this deleted scene and it's my fan edit. And it's like, okay, but yeah, I don't know what to do about that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I kind of feel like I'm a little bit, and I kind of want to distance myself from it a little bit. Not that I don't enjoy it. I do enjoy the idea of it. I just don't know if I need to do reviews on it. Other than, hey, if you're interested, here's what you need to do. I still don't understand how people don't know how to find them. Even though in every single video and every single comment or description, I say, hey, if you can't find it, do a Google search. And I mean, like, do people not know how to do Google searches? I mean, I had one the other day argue with me and say, well, I DM'd the creator. I hope he still checks them because I need to find this thing. And I'm like, dude, literally put in these two terms into your search engine, and the first thing that comes up is a Reddit thread that has all of them on there. Okay, DuckDuckGo, whatever, search engine. There's a Reddit thread by the guy, and he lists out where you can find it, a link to it. And then you click the link, and then boom, that's everything he's ever done is on this thing. And I'm like, and then he came back and was like, he's like, oh, the mods took it down. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. It's right there. I'm looking at it. So I don't know. That's confusing. He constructs new movies narrative, so it's hard to source. Film for cameras versus Polaroid. Twitter discussion. Hey. You're being used for social interaction or talking to slow folk. Yeah, I mean, it's not that. It's not, and it's not that I don't mind answering questions. It's just the questions are answered in the video themselves and in the description. So I'm kind of like, why are you wasting your time? Your answer's right there. Boom. It's right there. Maybe they were using Bing. I do gobble gobble search. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I reviewed a known but hard to find edit a while back, so I got a lot of cries for help to find that. Yeah, and I can understand that, but all of the ones that I've reviewed, they're readily available and they're easy to find. I heard of a guy named Bing. I know, man. I kind of wonder if that guy's doing okay. It's been a long time since I talked to him. But yeah, not Chandler Bing, unfortunately. No. Bing from the old podcast that I used to do. He was a fan that used to call in all the time. He was hilarious. And then he just kind of dropped off the face of the planet. I don't know what happened to him. I tried reaching out to him via Facebook and never heard back. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And it could just be that he's just like, meh. Yeah, exactly, Cosmo. Rob for Prez. Even though he ain't gay. But look, I just wanted to show you a movie that I talked about on Twitter, X. But I finally watched Cinema Paradiso. My first time watching this. And wow, what a movie. This movie is great. I really, really enjoyed it. At first, I was probably the first 20 minutes, I'm like, why is this so loved? But man, the way that this story unfolds. I loved it so much. I loved it. I loved it. Um, Best Foreign Language Film Oscar, 5 BAFTA awards, including Best Actor, Original Screenplay, and Score, the grand prize of the jury at the Cannes Film Festival, and many more. This is a good one. If you haven't seen Cinema Paradiso, I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're a fan of film, if you're a fan of the movie experience, if you're a fan of movie theaters. Man, it's. I mean, I was a. I was. I mean, I was a. Yeah, I was a mess. Now I hear this actually includes the. How long is it? The 174-minute director's cut, which I heard is not very good. Like most people, like that if you read online, they go, yeah, it's it's maybe worth watching once, but I actually didn't like it. So I'm like, okay, I won't watch it. But yeah, you're back. Okay, Ricky, welcome back. Welcome back. And yeah, Shazama, it's an amazing movie. But yeah, recently Amazon had a sale. Buy one, get one for 50% off, which basically means add the two prices together, 25% off. That's the way I look at it. Anyway, um, but that's not really true, is it? Because if you got something that was $50 and then one that was $20, you would only get 50% off the lowest priced thing. So you'd pay $60 for the two, even though, anyway, these were both very reasonably or around the same price. So first, I picked up this. Can you hear that? No, you can't. Unless I'm talking at the same time. Otherwise, my thing it cuts out. But yeah, 2001. I actually own the DVD up there. I own the DVD, and then I had a digital code for it, but I said I ought to get the disc, so I got the disc. 2001, great movie, great movie. And this next one, A Blind Buy, as the what is it? Let's Get Physical show. By the way, that's a great show. If you're into physical media, and I'm talking about movies, Let's Get Physical is a great show between Robert Meyer Burnett and Dieter from Germany. I can't remember his last name, but the two of them together, I love the show. They go over what the box office for the weekend. They go over what's coming out, what the news is, all that kind of stuff. They talk about the stuff that they got in that week, which is crazy. The amount of money that they have to spend, I can't even imagine. It's like every week, it's like they get at least 2 or 3 discs. Sometimes you're talking like a stack of movies, and I'm like, that's like a $200 set of movies you got there. What happened here? Oh my God, I'm so done. My brother is sending me that Star Wars hate crap. Instagrams and all that kind of stuff. Dude, stay away from that crap. Don't let other people, including me, don't let other people inform your opinion. Watch it for yourself and see what you think. Anyway, the next movie, A Cat in the Bag is what they call it over on the Let's Get Physical, which basically means I bought it, haven't seen it. Let's see if it's any good. The 8 diagram pole fighter with Gordon Liu, and it's a Lar Colon film. It's not included in any of the Shawscope collections, including the one that's coming out in September or whatever. But yeah, Gordon Liu. I kind of want to open this up. You want to open this up? Let's open it up. Let's see if I can find something to cut this open with. Oh, yeah, perfect. My spudger worked just fine. Nice slipcase. There you go. It's the exact same thing. Open it up. Oh, you get the alternate, the original poster artwork as well. which I'm going to go ahead and put that in there because, hey man, I got this. So yeah, on the outside now is the original artwork. And then of course, look at all those special features. Holy crap, there's so much. And look at there. Newly filmed appreciation by film critic and historian Tony Raines. Look, if you've been watching martial arts movies in the last however long, Tony Raines is the man. The guy knows his stuff. Inside, we've got the disc and we've got a little booklet. What's in the booklet, you might ask? Look at that. Like I said, never seen the movie. I don't know if it's any good, but I love Gordon Liu. I love Lau Kar Long, and yeah, looks pretty good. So there you go. 8 diagram pole fighter. You gotta fight with your pole. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Fight with your pole. There's probably nothing gonna be in here, right? Let's open this one up and see what's in here. Anything? There's probably not even a digital code. Holy crap. A disc just fell out of it. The special features disc just popped out. So there's 3 discs. I hate it when they do that. So you've got the 4K, the Blu-ray, and for some reason, a special features disc, which I don't know. I guess it'll go there. So yeah, nothing really special about this set, but hey, it's 2001. I'm happy. I'm happy. So there you go. Those are my pickups. Now, I will say that I tried to do the exact same thing. There were some movies that were in my wish list that were part of the buy one get one for 50% off over at Target. So I was thinking, hey, let's buy the cheap ones over here on Amazon. And then I'll go over to Target for these other ones that aren't, for some reason, aren't on the buy one, get one 50% off at Amazon. I'll go over to Target and buy them and get the deal. But here's the problem. With the buy one, get one 50% off, they were more expensive than the single movie price over on Amazon. So I was like, well, what's the point? So I'm going to save my money. I'm going to save my money and wait for those other ones. I have like 20 movies in my wish list right now. So yeah. Yeah. I got that in a Kubrick 4K collection. Yeah, here's the thing. There are a ton of Kubrick movies that I don't own. I do kind of want to get Barry Lyndon just because it's so beautiful, but the thing is, I can't see myself watching that again. It's a beautifully made movie. I really enjoyed it while I was watching it. It's like watching a living painting, but holy crap. Holy crap. It's not exactly... Yeah. It's not exactly your... Let's get some popcorn and watch this thing. Okay, why am I not logged in? Hold on a second, guys. What? Why am I not logged in? Oh, that would be why. That would be why. I do that. I do this. I hit this. I hit this. And then kaboom. I don't know why I wasn't logged into Streamlabs. Weird. That sounded strange. Did that sound strange to you guys? But thank you, Rufus. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Rufus, for that $20 super chat. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you so much. But yeah, I watched Real Cinema Under Paris. I've heard that movie is like a lot of fun. It's over on Netflix. It was shot mostly on location. I heard that was really good. Like it was just fun, but I haven't seen it myself. Just saying. I assume you liked it. Earlier, someone was saying how they hated Zelda Wind Waker after only playing the 20-minute demo and claimed it was the low point of the franchise. Earlier, where? You can't fully base that off the demo. Ruining the collector's value. You're talking about opening it? Yeah, I don't buy movies to keep. To save. I buy them to watch them. 2001 was a year 23 years ago. Yes. More living painting than waking life? Well, Rufus, I mean, look, waking life is that's definitely another situation where it is sort of like a living painting. But yeah, Barry Lyndon was something else. Beautiful movie. Probably never watched it again. Full Metal Jacket, I watch once every 5 years. So I don't really need that in 4K. The Shining, I own in 4K. I think I own that digitally in 4K. But it's also not one of those where I'm like, I don't need the disc for that. It's just not that big of a deal to me. Um, Eyes Wide Shut, me. But 2001 is my favorite Kubrick movie. So yeah, yeah. Why are y'all fighting over who's nice? Y'all just chill out. See, that's what I like. I want people to fight over who's nicer. That's good. In my chat, that's a good thing. Under Paris is okay. Paris Hilton, that's a different kind of movie, I think. $20 is like half a catch-up pass in Fallout 76. Not big money. It's Great Depression 2.0. Hey, Rufus, whatever. Here's the thing. I appreciate it, man. Anytime somebody wants to drop a couple of bucks on the old Order 42, I'm grateful. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate it. Did you know that I appreciate that? I do. I do. Was shot in night vision. Which Paris movie? What's OB, Cosmos? Still trying to figure it out. Orange block. Are you having a problem not having an orange block? Just get an orange block. Don't get purple block. Purple block doesn't do much. Orange block, look at what it's doing. It is supporting my Skyward Sword Joy-Cons that I probably will never use. And I should probably just sell to someone. But there they are. The orange block is holding that up. It's an old joke from the old podcast, is what the orange block is. So yeah. Can you show us your 4K copy of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants? Good movie, by the way. Hold on. Oh, no, I don't own that. I have a Laserdisc 2001 hanging in my booth. I only own one Laserdisc because I never owned a Laserdisc player. The only Laserdisc I own is for Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner, and mostly because I love the artwork and I love Blade Runner. So there you go. $20 can get you a bunch of movies at Big Lots. True. I did tell you that I went to Big Lots and I did look around and there were no movies that I really wanted. So they only had, like I said, a couple of 4Ks that I didn't care about. And they had a couple of movies where I was like, I might, for $7.99, Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat, whatever the movie's called. I kind of want that, but I also kind of want it in 4K, so I'll probably just wait on that. So yeah. But I've only been to one Big Lots. In fact, that was the first time I think I'd ever been into a Big Lots. It reminded me of like a Dollar General in a way. So there you go. The problem with Purple Block is that it's not Orange Block. Exactly. Orange Block does it all. You need to reach something like that much higher than where you can reach. Orange Block has the answer right there. Bam. put that on the ground, and boom, you're that much higher. Orange block can hold your taxes. It can hold all kinds of things. Do you want to see? Should I? Look, you have to be careful. Don't taunt. Don't taunt purple block or orange block. That's right. It's branded orange block. Look at this. Watch this. Watch this. Need a vape stand? Bam. Orange block does it all. You need hey, what am I going to do with all this trash? Okay, maybe it's not great at holding trash. But let's see. What else? What else? Do you need something to support the Blu-rays that you have sitting on your desk? Orange block for all your needs. But yeah, this was again, it's basically a joke. It won't even focus. And you can tell by the print. This is an old 3D print. But this was a joke. This was a joke from the old Switched On show. And now, I mean, do I need to just hold orange block for the rest of the show? It's kind of cool looking though. It's kind of like I just love that it's just back there all the time. But anyway, orange block. Need a paperweight? Orange block. Okay, wait. I'm already behind. I'm already behind, guys. I'll buy those Joy-Cons off you, Rob. Really, Ricky? Well, I also have a chair that needs to be picked up that we forgot about last time. So that's the thing. Eventually, I will be old content privy. I've only been here for a bit. Well, here's the thing. I mean, that's from like 2006. So I mean, that's a deep cut, but it's one of those things that for some reason it always stuck in people's minds because it was so stupid, you know. So yeah, there you go. I mean, back in the day when I was a real influencer, mine disappeared at Retropalooza last year, so I want to get some more of those Joy-Cons. Huh. No clue how long I've been here now that I think about it. I mean, I don't know. A couple years, I guess. Whoever was stealing stuff last year at Retropalooza must have gotten a lot of stuff. Yeah, that sucks, man. It's why? Orange block can hold your tea glass with no problem. Yeah. It actually would make a really good uh coaster. But unfortunately, I'm out of tea. What are you gonna do? Rob, get more tea. No, I don't need any more tea. I'm so sleepy. I got up so early and then did 3.5 miles of hiking with a pack today. I started doing that. I started hiking with a pack because I feel like I need to get my stamina up more, you know? But there you go. Looks like a Magic the Gathering deck box. I mean, it's literally just a block. So, and it's strong too. I've stood on this before. So, it'll support some weight. What I want is I want one that's really tiny, and then I want one that's like comically big. Like I want it to take up that whole corner. You know? But then there's the whole thing of I barely have enough space as it is. I don't need something that's literally useless. I don't need it. Slade's movie, how's it going? Someone once told me, Slade, you really let yourself go. I said, of course I did. If you love something, you should set it free. There you go. Slade's movie, everyone. Welcome. I never knew I never knew I needed an orange block so badly. That's the joke. It's like everybody wants one. It's like, look, if they're sold out of orange block, just wait. Don't buy purple block because purple block is shit. Nobody cares about purple block. Get orange block. There you go. What's the fill? What's the infill? Is it heavy? It's very dense. It's like the center of the sun, and I'm very strong. No, I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't print this. Brian, the captain of the Switched On show, he printed this. But it's back there. It's all the time it's always back there. It's always back there doing its job. It does its job. Print an Order 42 block? Oh boy. I mean, then we'll have to, maybe the orange block can support the Order 42 block. I had those Zelda Joy-Cons on my table and they went away. Well, it's not those. I bought those. I bought those from Best Buy for whatever the price was. And I thought, ooh, it's so cool. I'm so excited for Skyward Sword. And then I played Skyward Sword and I'm like, I don't like this game. So I just didn't open it. So there you go. And I'm not a big, play with Joy-Cons kind of guy anyway. I have a Pro controller. You know what I mean? It's definitely been a couple of years, Rufus. I can almost guarantee you. If anyone wants a block, I can print some. I mean, the one thing about this is that it is almost... Well, it's weird. It's like when I'm looking at it here, it looks pretty nice orange. On camera, it looks almost yellow. Like it almost looks like it's the same... Okay, no, it doesn't. But anyway, it's nice. It's a nice orange block. O.B. Ted Milich. Welcome, Ted. Get some water then. Oh, way ahead of you, Shazama. I got some water. I got some. Did I put a Yoda in your pack? No. The only Yoda I have is that one. And it's not very heavy. It's about the weight of like 3 socks. So that wouldn't do the job. But all of the stuff that I took for the hike in the Grand Tetons was still in my pack. Stuff that I'm never going to need in like Fort Worth, at the Nature Center in Fort Worth. Like, I don't know, a parka and a first aid kit and toilet paper and all this stuff that we didn't actually use. But it was like, hey, you should probably have this in your pack just to be safe. I had all kinds of stuff. Now, all the snacks and stuff that we took on the trail in the Grand Tetons were already taken out because we either ate them or they're back in the package or whatever. In the pantry. So I just took my water and all that stuff. There you go. Moi and Noir, welcome. Good to see you. I'm still getting caught up here. Mike is spotty right now. Really? Anybody else having a Mike spotty problem? Because I'm showing no drop frames, excellent connection, and everything looks good on my... unless that was part of it. Was that part of it? I should probably stop doing that. That's probably annoying as hell. Sorry. I don't have trash in here. Okay, just stay there. It's growing. Anyway. I'll buy your Zelda Joy-Cons and the chair. Okay. Watching Order 42 and looking for Pebble to Stronken my I don't even know what that is. On Biomutant. I don't know what that is. Picked up some movies using my points for Universal All Access Rewards program before it ends next month. Chicken Run, Frank and Lola, Beverly Loughlin, B-Movie, Caravans, and a few more. I haven't heard of 3 of those. I've heard of Chicken Run. I've heard of B-Movie. Skyward Sword was a letdown, but there are pretty Joy-Cons. I mean, yeah, for sure. It looks like sharp cheddar on camera. It's definitely not edible. Don't eat orange block. Don't eat it. Audio issues with your mic is dipping in and out. My audio is fine so far. Sounds good to me. Audio fine for me. I'm not sure what's going on, Slades, but maybe you need to refresh? Or, hey, how about you get an internet that doesn't suck? I'm kidding. I don't know what's going on, but nobody else seems to be having the problem. So, run, 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 jump. I can be your backpack while you run. Swing from a hairy vine. I can be your backpack while you climb. That's great. It's so good. The mic fix is to get off the stream, then quick come back. Okay, how about this? And we're back. Sorry, it was me. Okay, there you go. Okay. I exited the site and came back. Sounds good now. Cool. Good to hear. I love Chicken Run. Got loud for me earlier, but that was all, and I just turned it down. I upgraded my, I'm guessing, internet recently, and paying less this next month. Oh, well, that's good. That's always good. And in fact, my internet company, supposedly there's a deal where you can get like gigabit for cheaper than what I'm paying now, which I think is like 200 over 500. I don't know. But they've also really screwed up my stuff in the past. Like literally overcharged me 6 months in a row. And every time I would call them and go, "Hey, this is wrong, fix it." And they go, "Oh, we gave you a credit and yeah, it's gone now. You won't see it again." Next month, the same thing. I finally said, "Hi, I want to talk to your manager now." And they're like, "Well, is there something I can help you with?" "No, because every time that I've talked to one of you people," and they were like, "You people," and I'm like, "Not like that. Calm down. I meant people in your position." Nothing happens. So I want to talk to a manager. And they're like, "Okay." So I talked to a manager and he's like, "Hey, what can I do for you?" And I'm like, "Hey, here's the problem. I keep getting overcharged every single month. Can you fix it?" "Yes, I can." "Oh, I see the problem. It's done. Thank you." And I'm like, "Hey, thank you. I appreciate it." Next month, same thing. So I emailed the manager of the president of the company and he fixed it. So anyway, recommend a movie, please, or 3. I would recommend. Actually, I don't know. What kind of movie are you interested in? That's why you don't do autopay. Oh no, this wasn't autopay. I think I see what you mean, but no, 6 months in a row they did. But I would recommend, if you're a fan of movies, Cinema Paradiso is an amazing movie. If you're a fan of sci-fi, I would recommend 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's an amazing movie. If you want something lighthearted and, kind of whatever, I would say there's a movie from the Criterion Collection called Come and See. I'm kidding about that one. How about, let's see, I've just got a couple of movies here on the list that haven't gone on the shelf yet. Why don't we grab a couple and look? How about that? Here's one, The Mist. It's a fun movie. It's one of those where the ending is a little. I'm not going to go into detail, but I will say that the ending is. It's controversial. It is. It's controversial. This one's a great one. A great movie. No Country for Old Men. Yeah. Coen Brothers. You got Javier Bardem in his star-making performance. You got almost a James Brolin. That's Josh Brolin's dad. Josh Brolin and Tommy Lee Jones. It's a movie that's not exactly what you think it is, but it's crazy funny. Like I laugh a lot in this movie, but it's a great one. That's a good one. This one, look, some people love it, some people hate it. Some people say this is how the DCEU went wrong. I say this was a pretty good start, and I enjoyed Man of Steel. Yeah, it's a lenticular Man of Steel. Look at that. Huh? That's a good. But yeah, this is the Blu-ray. I don't own this in 4K, but it's actually a digibook, which I love. I love digibooks. I think they're really cool, and I wish more of uh, my Blu-rays were digibooks. How's that? How about this? This one's one. I mean, this one's pretty rare. I don't even know if this one's available to purchase anywhere. But it's my favorite comedian, and it's a documentary about him. How about that? American, the Bill Hicks story. Actually, really, really good and really enlightening. If you're a fan of Bill Hicks and you want to know more, check that out. And then finally, I mean, there's more, but I don't, we don't need to go that long here. But this one is an amazing movie. It's an amazing movie, and I have the 3-disc full disclosure edition of Apocalypse Now. This is the Blu-ray edition. It is available in 4K, but if you haven't seen Apocalypse Now, it's a crazy good movie, and the making of the movie is almost as interesting as the movie itself. So yeah, this has a book, which is great. Look at this. Look at all this. Look at all those pages. So many pages. So many pages. I don't even know what to do. But then it's got this. So it's got the Hearts of Darkness documentary, which is an amazing documentary. It's got more special features, and then of course the both versions, the original theatrical and the redo version of Apocalypse Now in this gorgeous set. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. So yeah, there's some recommendations for you. How's that? Is that good? Some damn good movies here. But there's, man, I mean, seriously, we could do this all day. I mean, I'm like the Captain America of movie recommendations. I could do this all day. I could go through my entire collection and not even scratch the surface because I don't own everything. How about this? Huh? You're a fan of the Police? This is live in Buenos Aires. Is this a Blu-ray? It is a Blu-ray. This is actually pretty rare, I think. I don't know if it's rare or not, but it's got 2 CDs along with it too. I love the Police. The Police is my my first favorite band, and they're releasing an amazing 6-disc limited edition anniversary edition of Synchronicity. They're probably their biggest album, and it's got a bunch of like stuff behind the scenes stuff and like demos and unreleased material surrounding the release of that album. I'm so excited for that, and that comes out next month, I think. So there you go. How's that? Was that good? Uh that was such a look. I mean, we don't typically do that on this channel, but that was fun. That was fun to do. Uh yeah, what do you mean, you people? You know what I mean. You love the mist ending, and see, that's the thing. I love it too. And even Stephen King said that's a better ending than my short story. But a lot of people don't like it. So there you go. A Bronx Tale. I've never seen that. Here you go. I really liked Cavill as Superman. I just didn't like overall. I don't think he was he didn't live up to his potential, and that's mostly the script's fault, you know? But there you go. Appreciate you. No, I appreciate you, Moi Noir. I want to pick up The Peasants, $5 digital 4K only Blu-ray. I don't even know what The Peasants is. But here's a movie that I want to put on all of your radar. Okay? I saw the trailer for it today. For some reason, this movie is getting so much traction on Reddit, and I've seen it literally like at least 5 times being mentioned in a thread on the movie subreddit over and over and over as one of people's favorite movies this year. It's called Hundreds of Beavers. Now, I know that might sound like, What kind of movie is this? What kind of movie is this? Hundreds of Beavers. That sounds, what? Trust me, go watch the trailer. Apparently it's available now. It's available like digitally and stuff like that now. But this movie's, I gotta watch it. After I saw the trailer, I said, I gotta watch this. So go watch the trailer for Hundreds of Beavers. I mean, maybe not now, but keep it in the back of your mind, Hundreds of Beavers. So there you go. That bar scene. Yeah, I don't know anything about Bronx Tale. I don't know anything about it. Never watched it. Now look, here's the thing. There's not a whole lot of movie news this week. Perhaps a sequel to Zombievers? Is there a movie called Zombievers? You got to be kidding me. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's a movie called Zombievers. Look at that. It's the picture, it's the red picture that cracked me up. Come on. Really? Oh my god. Wow. Just wow. Thank you, Not Gary, for putting that one on my radar. Because here's the thing. There's a lot of people that are like, Rob, why don't you watch this movie or why don't you watch that movie? And then I look at the trailer and I go, it just doesn't do it for me. There's so many movies, classic movies from the last 120 some odd years of movies that I haven't seen. And I would rather try to seek out something I haven't seen or watch some of the 4Ks or Blu-ray discs that I have, like Cinema Paradiso. I bought it. It was a blind buy. I heard it was good. I blind buy. I'm so happy that I saw that movie now. And that's kind of one of the things. But then you get a title like Zombievers and you kind of go, damn it, I think I need to see that. Like, I still haven't seen a Velocipaster either, which is phenomenal. That's an amazing name. So, they'll damn you to hell. Wow. I think A Bronx Tale is the next recommend for Rob. Well, here's the thing. Let's see. A Bronx Tale. Isn't that yeah, Chaz Palminteri? It's available on AMC. Of course, available to rent for $3.99. Interesting. Robert De Niro. Set in the Bronx during Tumultuous 60s, an adolescent boy is torn between his honest working class father and a violent yet charismatic crime boss. Complicating matters is the youngster's growing attraction, forbidden in his neighborhood, for a beautiful black girl. Interesting. Okay. I mean, that actually sounds good. Sounds good. I got like 400 movies on my to watch list. Are you ready for 28 years later? Oh my god. Both of those, okay, so 28 days later, 28 weeks later. I enjoyed both of them. I haven't seen them since they were released. I saw 28 days later like on video or probably Blu-ray or DVD. Probably DVD, right? I saw it back then. Of course, Cillian Murphy. You get to see a lot of Cillian Murphy at the beginning. But yeah, I really enjoyed him. Of course, I'll go watch 28 years later. I think it sounds great. Where is my... Here it is. And look at there's Death to Smoochie on the list. A Bronx Tale. Ricky and Max. I'm using your Twitch name, Shozama. Max. So there you go. It's on the list. You know what my next movie on my watch list is? Double Indemnity. That's even hard to say. Double Indemnity. And then after that, Thelma and Louise. So there you go. There should be a Ridley Scott review-a-thon review coming soon for that. So there you go. I don't live far from where they filmed some scenes. Wraith, welcome. And look, Wraith, I hope I didn't come off too strong in my Discord reply, but I'm it was funny because I was watching that video on how, a bunch of different websites started reporting all the same thing that had been basically debunked by StarWars.com, like replied to them and said, no, that's not the title of the movie. And then a bunch of people picked it up and ran with it, right? And then you post that. And I'm like, I went, nope. And I just put in the video that I was watching. I'm like, holy crap, that explains it. So anyway, good to see you though, Wraith. Good to see you. Let me go back to this. I just wanted to bring this up because I'm just happy. We talk about Cinema Paradiso, the whole thing about the love of movie theaters, and then this happens. And I got to say, I'm excited. I'm excited to see this. Shatters box office expectations with $155 million. This is domestic. It made $295 million globally in one weekend. Biggest debut since Barbie. And here's the thing. This is the biggest opening this year. It beat out Godzilla vs. Kong. It beat out Dune 2. It's the biggest movie, the biggest weekend this year. So I'm very, very happy. It's the second best animated opening ever. You know what the first one was? Incredibles 2 with 182.6 million. So Incredibles 2, man, wow. I didn't realize that one was the number one, but I just think that's cool. I think it's cool because I love that movie. I wouldn't say loved it. It was really good. I love the first one. This one was really good. And I'm happy to see that people are still interested in going to the theater when the movie's good. So there you go. Good for theaters. And man, Alien Romulus, oh my God. Seriously, that last trailer had me so excited. And a lot of people were like, oh yeah, but that final shot is like they ripped it off from Alien 3. I don't care. I don't care. You know how, trying to explain this feeling. It's like, it's kind of like when you, that's I don't know how to explain it. I'm telling you, I am so freaking excited for Alien Romulus. I can almost guarantee you that I'm going to come out of that theater. I hope I'm not mad at it. That's really all I'm saying, because I'm so excited for it. My hopes are so high because that first trailer, that first teaser was like, mwah, love it. The second trailer was like, oh my God. The little, when I went and saw Alien, the first Alien in the theater, and there's that like 10-minute, interview with Ridley between Fede Alvarez and Ridley. And I love that. And I'm just like, I'm so excited for this movie. I cannot wait. That is the movie for me. That is my number one on my list of excitement. But look, this weekend, we don't have much. Not, at least not for me. Next weekend is going to be a weird one. You got Quiet Place Day 1, which I'm like, okay. But we also are getting Horizon, the Kevin Costner Western, the Part 1, Horizon Part 1 that comes out next week. I'm going to the very first showing, and I'm going to review the crap out of it. I'm excited for that. I hope it's good. But anyway, there you go. So coming soon on Order 42. Next on Order 42. Why is this blinking at me? Oh, well, okay. Thank you. Yes, I was there. I love how YouTube's chat, and this is nothing but you can sort it by top chat, which I'm assuming, like, if you have 150,000 people watching you, you can just see the top chat, live chat, which is everything. And then there's a section called fan funding. So I'm guessing that's so you can go back and thank people as they've donated or whatever, or done the memberships, which I don't have. I probably should set that up on the channel, but I haven't done that. Anyway, yeah, they still do that even though I have one. So I just think that's kind of funny. Anyway, my bet is that whatever title they give it, it'll be crappy. Of what? Look at the news on the right about Netflix. Netflix to open massive entertainment, dining, and shopping complexes in 2 cities in 2025. Yeah, Netflix doesn't want to freaking put movies out in the theater, but they'll do that. Okay. And yeah, Inside Out 2 was definitely worth it. Getting that Order 42 review bump. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm pretty sure. I can take credit for about, I don't know, like maybe $10 of that. $20. Disney announces a lot of projects that never come about. Been working on Blade for 5 years. Yeah, and you heard they lost the director again. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going to happen with Blade. It's like, is Mahershala Ali even going to be in Blade anymore? Because by the time that movie gets made, he's going to be 836 years old. So, yeah. Steal from the best? I'm not sure what y'all are talking about. The best part of those trailers is that the director said it's mostly practical effects, no green screens, and very to little. But see, that's the thing. It's very in vogue these days to go, oh yeah, we went practical all the way. It's like those videos. I think Carbonite put those videos up in the movie channel thing, or the cool to watch whatever. Basically about, hey, all these people that are saying there's no CG, yeah, there's plenty of CG. It's just not this kind of CG. Like, they were talking about how they were trying to shoot everything for real in Top Gun Maverick, and yet almost every jet in that movie is digital. And it's like, how can you do that? How can you say that with a straight face that there's, oh yeah, it's practical all the way? I mean, yeah, you shot some stuff for real, but come on. I don't know. I will see Maxine next month for sure. That movie just, I don't know. We talked about that. I just, it's not hitting me, you know? X really didn't hit me. I'm not like super jazzed to see Pearl. I'm sure it's fine, but it's just not my thing. I don't know. I posted a ton of trailers this last week. Yeah, and I still haven't gone back to watch those. Oh, episode 10. That's what we're talking about. Right. Yeah, whatever the Ray movie's called. Yes. I'd already switched gears off of that. Sorry. Most excited for Deadpool and Wolverine, Alien Romulus, and Maxine. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for Deadpool and Wolverine too. But there's something about, man, Alien is it's one of my favorite movies ever. And this looks like it's a really nice blend between Alien and Aliens. And I love that. Did you see the thumbnail with Deadpool, Wolverine, and the person on the side who looked like Blade? Where? I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Fury Road was similar. With digital stuff? I'm not sure what you're talking about. It's practically AI. Pablo Picasso is widely quoted as having said that good artists borrow, great artists steal, was referencing Romulus borrowing from Alien 3. Oh. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But the thing is, and that's the thing that I keep going back to, and I know that it's not a popular idea, but I don't really see much of a difference between a computer absorbing a lot of material and then churning out something in a combination of styles. That's kind of what humans do. In a lot of ways, that's what humans do. The only difference is we can't take in nearly as much stuff. So that's, and they don't have to be trained to be an artist. We have to, practice for years to be able to get across what's in our heads. You know what I mean? So it's an interesting, the whole AI thing is still really, really interesting, and we're still really at the beginning of it. By the way, look, I hope this doesn't piss anybody off. It might piss off everybody. But it was one of the things that I was thinking about our political situation that's going on right now. I was thinking of tweeting this out. I was tweeting. I was thinking about saying, if you were around when this new invention came out called television, you might not need to be in politics anymore. Which I thought was kind of funny. But anyway, yeah, no politics corner. I thought it was funny. April said, "No, you're gonna get the wrong," and I'm like, "Yeah, bro, you're probably right." I don't. The fact is, like, I put that out there, and then I don't want to talk about it. I just want people to go, that is kind of interesting. These guys, a lot of the people that are in charge of this country, were around when television was a new thing. Anyway, but yeah, speaking of AI and all that stuff, why don't we have an AI president? Anyway, those invisible CGI vids are eye-opening. Anytime there's a jet in the air, Top Gun Maverick, it was CGI. Yeah. Romulus takes place before part 2, right? Yes. So the whole situation, supposedly, is that Alien Romulus takes place between Alien and Aliens. So in those 57 years that Ripley is in stasis, this is supposed to take place in between those time periods. Now, the reason it's called Romulus is because it's a space station with 2 levels, Romulus and Remus, the twins from Rome, right? The story of the wolves and all that stuff, right? Okay, so Romulus and Remus. Remus is supposedly one of the levels. It was built in at the time that Alien was out, but the other level is built later, so it's got more of an Aliens feel to it. So there's probably going to be a level where you're going through sort of a, the alien corridors, and then suddenly you're going to be in the Aliens type corridors. So, and then also he's blending together the feel of both. So it's horror, but with action. So I'm really excited to see what he comes up with. And I hope that the story is, is good. That's really what it comes down to. And it's what it comes down to with anything, right? Anything movie, it doesn't matter. If you've got a great story, you can overlook some of the problems that people tend to focus on when they're not engaging in the story. So if the story's not doing its job, you tend to focus on things like, oh, I didn't like that joke, or oh, I didn't like it when he threw that thing, or oh, I didn't like it when this happened. What? There's bombers in space? That doesn't make any sense. If the movie's working on all cylinders, you're not thinking about that kind of stuff, right? You get what I'm talking about, right? But anyway, that's the thing. And I feel like there's that disconnect point, and it's because the story is not firing on all cylinders. So yeah, or maybe you could say that some movies, when you make people disconnect in the first 10 minutes of a movie, it's hard to get them back. So that's another thing. You got to be careful when you're writing a story. But yeah, I'm hoping that the story is what really does it. Let's see. So Romulus, yeah, okay. I'll send it in Discord. I'm not sure what you're sending in Discord. I see some notifications in Discord, but I don't know. I remember when J.J. Abrams said Episode 7, they used practical effects and the fans were happy, but they used a lot more special effects than the previous Star Wars movies also. Well, yeah, I mean, the fact is, Episode 7 isn't terrible, but it's also not great either. It's just kind of like treading water. And it's setting up a lot of things, a lot of questions, which is what J.J. Abrams has always been good at. He's always good at coming up with things that don't have answers. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if this happened? Well, what does it mean? Well, I don't know. That's for the next director to figure out. And then the next director came in and started answering questions, and fans didn't like it. So what are you going to do, And then he comes back and goes, oh, well, I had an idea of this all along. Oh, really? Because you didn't telegraph that in any of that movie. I love that. I love that about Rise of Skywalker. He retcons his own movie. He's like, a lot of people were like, well, you should retcon the previous one. Well, how about he just retcons everything? Anyway, doesn't matter. Star Wars. Anyway, you're deeply offended? Hey, I'm just saying that all I'm saying about that whole thing, and by the way, A Styles 28, good to see you. Welcome back, I should say. The only thing I'll say is that if you need help setting up your new phone, like if you don't understand what's going on, if you ever tried to download an email, maybe you shouldn't be in politics anymore. Maybe you should just enjoy your grandchildren. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm trying to give these people options. Don't worry about the world, because here's the thing. We're trying to think about the future, and you got maybe a couple of years left. I'm just being honest here. Just go enjoy the rest of your life, whatever's left of it. Leave the running of the world to us, the people that are still going to be here in 5 years. So, anyway. Anyone catch I Saw the TV Glow? It's in theater and digital. I have heard very, very good things about that movie, but I've also heard that it's got some themes that not everybody's going to be into. But I've heard a lot of good things about it. A lot of good things. And I do want to see it. I will try to watch it at some point. But again, with a movie list like mine, it's hard to, and especially movies that I've already paid for, it's hard to say, oh, I'm going to rent this for $5 or $10 or whatever. It's hard to do that. You hear no lies? Well, I mean, I'm just trying to say. The future of the world depends on us, not trying to be ageist here. I'm just trying to say, disclaimer, I was not offended. Not Gary, it's fine. That's cool. Oh, by the way, I posted a little bit about this in Discord. I know not everybody cares. I do have this. It's supposed to be a malted vanilla shake, and it's fine. It's fine. And I have it here in my whatever, but I also have it in the most. I think somebody asked about what is your most expensive vape? It's this one. This is 3D printed, and I don't know, I can't remember if I think it's from, I can't remember what country it's from. It's from one of the countries in the Russian area. I just don't know which. Like it may be the Czech Republic. I'm not sure. Ukraine, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, it's 3D printed. It's from a company, actually like this. There's their logo right there, which is super freaking cool. And it's got their logo and stuff on there. And then the button lights up. It's a single 18650. This tank is from Greece. This whole setup, okay, I'll give you an example. This whole setup was like $90, something like that. So like 50 for this, and like 40 for this, something like that, somewhere around there. This whole setup was $450. This is back when I was actually spending money on vape stuff. When I was working and making pretty good money, and I just wanted high-end vape stuff. But the thing is, look at how small it is in comparison. It is tiny. But this one does nothing that this one can't do. In fact, this one does more than this one can. But yeah. $290 for this, €290 for this, 130 euros for the tank. But look at that. It's just sexy, man. It is sexy. It is a sexy, sexy setup. But it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I haven't spent that kind of money. I haven't spent that kind of money on vape stuff in many, many years. But that's the most I've ever paid for one setup. Now I have others in here. Um, like the billet box, which is made in America. The billet box is $300 at least. And then of course you've got with the billet box, you've got the things that go on the inside. That's an expensive. I don't remember how much I paid for that. What do you call it? That bridge is what they're called. But yeah, it's a very very cool thing, and the fact that it's in like this, you can just it's cool, but it doesn't do anything that any of these other ones can. These cheap things can. But yeah, I got this out because I wanted to use it because it's so cute and sexy and sexy. I'm a disposable type of paper. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're not smoking cigarettes, combusting your tobacco, I'm cool with it. But the problem with disposables is that at this point, I'm spending a lot less than you are. A lot less. Because I haven't bought any new equipment in months. Months and months and months. I just buy juice or I make my own. So when you say what kinds of juice do I like mainly it's desserty type flavors, but I also do like some fruit flavors. But for the most part, it's mostly desserty type stuff. Anyone hear about Sir Ian McKellen? Yeah, he stepped off a stage, right? Apparently he's doing fine. He's doing okay, but yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, this is one of these things where I'm like, I cannot believe that I spent this much, especially now when I'm using stuff that's pretty moderately priced. Yeah. Um like these. Like these mods that I got, the which I'm not using this one right now, but this is about the same, like $40. That's it. You know? And then you put the thing on top, whether it's a tank or a mod or a whatever, whatever. It's so much cheaper. And I just for some reason got in this thing where I'm like, I need the best. I need stuff that's handmade and not put on assembly line. And it's like, hey, you know what? I'm cool with it. Whatever you, as long as you're vaping or doing something that's not combusting tobacco, I'm cool with it. When's the next juice poll? Here's the thing. I don't have any new juice right now. I'm still making my way through like the strawberry swirl and the chocolate eclair and yeah. Um yeah. So it's gonna be a bit. I need probably buy some more juice. I'm looking for a sale, but I just haven't been in the mood to buy new juice. And like I said, I wanted to try this one. And then like I said, it's fine. It's fine. But this is a single coil tank. But it's just sexy. Look, can you read? Yeah, tripod 2. It's just a sexy. It's so cute and sexy. And it fits in your anyway. Um I like drink flavors like blue raz lemonade. Yeah, I mean I mean pretty much anything you're into, there's got to be a flavor for it. Me personally, I got to the point where I don't really like lemon flavors that much because lemon flavors tend to stick around. So, especially in stuff like this where it's rebuildable, refillable, for whatever reason, lemon or citrus type flavorings, the it gets stuck in the O-rings. And so, like if this was a lemon flavor, I took it out and I put in, let's say, a vanilla milkshake. There would be a hint of lemon in there for many tankfuls. You know what I mean? But that's the cool thing here is that you can, like, with something like this. Now it doesn't have to be a $450 guy, but this one's really cool. It's a rebuildable. So you wait, is it that way? Yeah, you close it. Can you can't really see. You see the juice flow is right there. So when you're filling it up, you turn it like this and it closes off the juice flow. So like here, you can see the juice isn't coming out. So then you just twist off the top, right? And then you refill and then put the top back on. little quarter turn, and then as you turn, it opens the juice flow back up. Because what happens is the negative pressure as you're putting in juice, it's forcing liquid into your coil, which can make it flood and all that stuff, and you get this gurgle sound. But with this, no. It kind of looks like a lightsaber. Yeah, I have stuff that looks more like a lightsaber. Like this guy. That's a mechanical. There's no electronics in it. It's literally battery to coil. The rings are tight. There you go. So there's the coils in there. But you hit that button and it basically pushes the battery up and makes connection with this. But there's no protections. Electronic ones have protections. Anyway, this isn't a vape show. I just wanted to tell you that. Oh my god, I'm gonna knock something over. Yeah, kind of cool. But anyway, not a vape show. I just wanted to say, hey, I did the milkshake and it's fine. It actually tastes a little better in the dual coil guy, which looks like that. See, all the rebuildables are slightly different. You build them a different or whatever, and it's just fun. It's kind of a hobby. But it's taken me years of messing around with stuff since 2014. Been vaping. So, yeah. And it's basically straight vapor to your face. Can't vape this one a lot because, man, it puts out the vapor. You know what I'm saying? Okay, anyway. Let's move on, shall we? How about this? Has anybody been watching The Boys? I gotta say, man, The Boys is good. It's a really good show. It's not my favorite show, and it's not like, I don't know. I don't think about like making time to watch it. Like I watched this 2 days ago. You know, it had already been out for a couple of days. But I gotta say, I'm really digging it. Now, what's funny is, and this is funny because I don't know, I kind of like that people are mad at it. Because a lot of let's just say a certain group of people in the political realm have turned on the boys and have started um basically, you know, going off on it on like, you know, they're basically review bombing it. Actually, you have to go here and then here. So now they're review bombing it because they finally figured out that, oh my God, they're actually talking about us. They're actually talking about us in this show. I thought it was kind of funny. It kind of makes me laugh. It's kind of like what's happening with The Acolyte. Now, here's the thing. The Acolyte is one of those shows where I wish it was better. You know, it's just not, it's a mid show at best. But people are review bombing it like it's the worst thing they've ever seen. And I'm like, it's not that bad. It's just not good. Like what I want when I hear, hey, we're going to have a black female lead. We're going to have some maybe you know, a very very diverse cast. I'm like, okay, make it awesome then. Make it so good that you can't refute how good it is. The Acolyte's just not that good. The Boys, however, it's pretty good stuff. Now, it's a little the actress that plays Starlight, Erin Moriarty. And again, I don't want to get into this stuff too much, but she did some work, you know, on her face, and it's kind of like, you're 30. Why are you changing your appearance at 30? It seems weird to me. But she is. So there you go. But I'm enjoying the Boys a lot. But I do think it's funny that there's people that are mad at The Boys. It kind of makes me laugh, you know? But are you guys enjoying The Boys? I can't get into it anymore. The Boys was fun that first time I saw it, and when I tried to rewatch, I was just bored. Okay, fair. Absolutely fair. Haven't started with season 4 yet. Might watch Gen V before I start. Gen V is actually pretty good too. Also waiting to be able to binge at least a couple. There you go. The first 3 episodes were released this week. So I want to play you online at Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Spencer, I'm going to tell you this right now. Okay? I'm talking to you and you only. Everybody else, just hold on a second. Okay? Spencer, you and me playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2? Oh, man. You would wipe the floor with me. Okay? I am not good at those kinds of games. Here's the funny thing though. I want that. I want that Marvel collection, Marvel vs. Capcom or whatever it's called. I can't remember. I want that. That was announced today and I want it on, I don't know, probably PS5, right? But yeah, it would be cool to play, but you would actually get mad at me because I'm so bad. You know? You'd be like, dude, at least give me a challenge. Come on. Places quarter on the screen. I'm telling you, I would be. You would be embarrassed by how bad I am at that game. I own it on Dreamcast. You believe that? I have a Dreamcast copy of that game. It's PS4, but I thought it was on PS5. Really? Okay. But yeah, terrible. I'm terrible at pretty much any fighting game. I'm terrible at it. Okay. In fact, most games I'm pretty terrible at. I will say though, okay, I'm not big into well, there's just been a lot of talk about Diablo 4. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. Oh, it's bad. It's so bad, right? I didn't even play season 3. I started playing season 4. I'm actually liking it. And then I got to a point with my rogue build where I'm like, I'm bored. I kind of want to play something different. So, and I quit playing for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. So I pulled it up the other day because my wife is doing something else. Pulled it up and started playing Necromancer. I'm having fun with Diablo 4 again. With Necromancer. So, and for whatever reason, Necromancer is kind of broken in this season. Like, I am leveling up ridiculously fast. I think I started playing 3 days ago. 2 days ago? 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I'm already level 71 or something like that. It's ridiculous. It's crazy how fast I'm leveling. So it actually makes it kind of fun. But yeah, honestly, yeah. Terrible, Spencer. Terrible. I saw the first season of The Boys, never renewed Prime, so wasn't compelled to seek out later seasons. I understand that too. I just enjoy The Boys. It's one of those where I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm looking forward to every season, but when it's there, it's like, man, this is a pretty good show. And Gen V was really good. I really enjoyed Gen V too. Oh, that channel, A Styles. Hilarious Acolyte spoof video. Yeah. I'll be honest, I haven't watched one of those videos in years now. I don't like his attitude. And I don't enjoy negativity for negativity's sake or for views. I just don't. So I don't watch it. But there you go. Even the dum-dums caught on. Yeah, Carbonite. Yeah, I mean, I also want said collection. Yes. 129 days, 13 hours until Retropalooza 11. I'm excited for that. And also, I will be going to, I don't even know when it is. Oh, there it is. I'm going to this. Kansas City Retro. August 24th and 25th with Billy and Jay. I will be going. So, yeah. Um, yeah. Um, featured exist special guests. Are they on here? Nerd Nation. That guy, 16-bit Pete, General Malice. Oh, I've met him. Yeah. So I'm going to that. And then also, yeah, I can't remember. I think is it Retro Expo in Plano? I think we're gonna go to this. Um, July 13th and 14th, Plano, Texas. Okay, I didn't realize all these people were coming. But I saw this. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go because this is Scott, who was the producer for Adventures of Game Chasing. This is he helps with this event. Wallace Shawn from The Princess Bride, Young Sheldon, and Toy Story will be there. Priscilla Presley, Patrick Duffy, and Charlene Tilton. Let's see, Roy Thomas, Harry Hamlin. I mean, look, voice cast reunion. Oh, oh, oh. Holy crap. Okay. We got to go to this. Okay, that's awesome. I want to meet all those guys. Yeah. 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 I've met I didn't meet Ashley Eckstein. I saw her. I was in the same room with her, but I didn't actually meet her. But yeah, that's coming up. So yeah. Stupid game chasers, I know. Let's see, wait. Um let's see. God, what's wrong with my chat? So yeah, The Boys is definitely good, and of course, HotD. Anybody watching that HotD? Because that's a pretty damn good show. HotD is good. Good stuff. Community Fight Night? Pretty solid. What do you play Diablo on again? PS5. Of course I have it on Game Pass, but I haven't even loaded it up over there. But yeah. House of the Dragon, man. This is another one of those shows where, like I said before, you've got a pretty diverse cast. And you've got female leads. And yet nobody complains about House of the Dragon. In fact, when you're talking about, let's see, LGBTQ stuff, right? And people are like, "Oh, this isn't everything." Yeah, there was a whole storyline in season 1. No one complained. Why? Because it was so well done that no one complained. So, House of the Dragon is badass. It's a good. If it ain't on Tubi, I ain't watching it. See, okay, Tubi, I mean, look, I get it, man. Tubi is pretty awesome. It's got a bunch of stuff. The problem is, I hate ads. I hate ads. I do agree on him, but that video was funny. Oh yeah, I don't watch any of his stuff. But hey, Pete is advertised, but not Game Chasers. I know, but here's the thing: it's probably just not on there yet. And yeah, KP Senti, good to see you, KP Senti. I didn't realize that you were gonna be here. I would have worn something more appropriate, like pants. I'm kidding. I'm wearing pants. It's no big deal. But good to see you, man. Welcome. I might get it, and maybe we might sometime play. Okay. Well, again, I don't know. I haven't really thought that clear about it. You know what I mean? I just haven't. But yeah, like I said, I think The Boys is fantastic television. House of the Dragon, fantastic television. Acolyte is just, it's just not that good. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't care about any of the casting, doesn't care if there's gays, lesbians, whatever. You can have anything you want in it. I just want a good show. And so far, I'm disappointed by the show. And that's, if you want to hate on the Acolyte, I completely understand. But hate it for the right reasons. Don't just hate it because somebody else told you to hate it. Hate it because you watched it and you were disappointed by it. I don't think it's worthy of hate. You know what I mean? It's worthy of meh. I'll tell you this though, it's better so far. It's better than the Book of Boba Fett, and it's better than 60% or so of Ahsoka. That's my take. You can take that take and you can do what you want with that take, but that's my take. There you go. Ads don't play on PC with an ad blocker. Ah, well, see, I, I don't like watching. Like, okay, this is my work area, right? This is where I write. This is where I edit and stuff. I don't like watching, like sitting and watching something here. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I'll go into the living room with the big ass TV and the great sound system and watch a movie with surround sound stuff. That's the way that I prefer to watch these things. When I go in there, there's no blocking the ads. And that sucks. But I totally get it. I get it. I I get it. I don't know what I was saying. Ads ruined Tubi for me. I can't use an ad blocker on the PC at work. There you go. See? Play on PS5. I mean, since I have one again. Okay. Well, I mean, I think that's probably where I would prefer to play it. But yeah, I kind of want that. I kind of want that thing. There you go. If it's good like HotD and X-Men 97, it's not woke. Yeah. Interesting, no? Dude, X-Men 97. Completely slept on that show. And it was people like you and people online were just going, man, X-Men 97 is so badass. And I started watching it. I'm like, wow, this is a great show. Great stories. I really, really enjoyed it. Now, here's the thing. A lot of the classic X-Men stories that they're pulling from, some of them that they're pulling from, I have no context. So I'm just enjoying it as a show. I'm not enjoying it like an adaptation, if that makes sense. Because there's some people that are the only like their biggest concern or their biggest gripe about the show is that so many of these storylines are truncated. I don't feel that because I don't know what it's coming from. You know what I mean? But man, what a great show X-Men 97 was. So good. Anyone that says it's the worst thing ever has not seen actual bad movies. Yeah, go watch Bigfoot versus DB Cooper and then get back to me. If you think The Last Jedi is the worst movie you've ever seen, go watch Bigfoot versus DB Cooper and go, "Hey, at least Last Jedi had a somewhat coherent storyline. At least Last Jedi had some actors that were doing something." Now look, you can say it's the worst Star Wars movie. I'm not gonna say that you're not entitled to that opinion. You can say that. But saying it's the worst thing ever, man. Anything is better than Boba Lame. All he does is die in Jedi. Well, okay, Ito. I mean, here's the thing. When I saw the end of The Mandalorian, the little stinger that they were going to do the Book of Boba Fett, I was like, yes, yes, yes. I was expecting the Godfather on Tatooine, you know? What does the underworld of Star Wars look like? You're taking a character, an enigmatic character. Because here's the thing: you can say what you like about Boba Fett, but the dude has some charisma. You know, just being on screen, you wonder about him. You wonder, you want more from his story. I was intrigued, and what we got doesn't fit into anything that happened beforehand. So I still don't understand what happened there. I don't. Ever since I got a living room, I don't like watching on my computer as much. Yeah, it's one of those things where I mean I'm not saying that I have the best sound system. I only have a 5.1 system. But it it is leaps and bounds better than anything either of these. Like this iMac is very nice. I think it can actually do some spatial audio type stuff. There's nothing like being surrounded in there. Dude, when I played Dune or Dune Part 2 in that living room, it shakes the windows and it's awesome. Cuz that's the thing, man. Movies, especially, I mean, dude, even movies where it's a mono or stereo soundtrack, it still sounds better in there. It works better because you're I don't know, man. Sound is so important to a movie, taking in a movie for me. And I would not want, me personally, and again, everybody's different, everybody has their own thing. But I say you can only watch a movie the first time once. One time. So try to make that one time the best possible experience you can. Of course, that means going to a theater. In my opinion, that means going to a theater every time you want to see a movie. If you don't want to go to the theater, or for whatever reason you can't make it to the theater, invest in a system that's going to, at least do some justice to it. But that's just me. I stopped doing the downloading movies and stuff like that simply because the quality wasn't there. But yeah. Let's see. Get a media PC or laptop to connect to the big TV. No. No, I don't want to mess with that. Look, I get it, man. I get it. Do the thing, man. If you want to do that, do the thing. But for me, I'm all about sitting down and watching a movie, and if I have to, if you know how many times I've tried to say, okay, you know what? This movie, I want to see it. It's only on Tubi. I start watching it, and 20 minutes in, it interrupts the movie with the commercial. Guess what I do? I turn it off. I go over to iTunes and I rent it. I pay to rent it without commercials. I'm just that kind of guy. And I'm not going to buy a laptop to do something that I'm only going to do every now and then. Just doesn't make sense to me. But it shows on. I mean, you do your thing, man. But that's just not how I like to take in my media. Because even if you do that, you're not going to get 5.1. If it's available. I mean, if you're watching an older movie, I mean, it's kind of understandable. But yeah, not Gary. DB Cooper versus Bigfoot. Oh, God. I mean, you have a 5.1, though. I have a 2.1 system. No, and I get that. I understand that. But it's like, I still want to watch it the best I can. And even when I'm trying to think, my first computer that I ever bought myself was a Gateway. Remember Gateway? Yeah, that's a long time ago. That's like 97, 98. But I bought it with my own money, and I got a 4.1 system with it. A 4.1 surround sound system, because I wanted as close to the movie experience as I could. I was yeah. And then I sold that and ended up getting I think our first TV when April and I got married, I think we had a 19-inch. Now we have an 85-inch. But yeah. Movie night at Rob's, bring your own popcorn. Yeah, popcorn is the devil, okay? Just kidding. Sound is very important for a video. I can tolerate bad video. Yeah, see, I mean, I get what you're saying, but to me, the sound is more important. But what is it on Tubi you want to watch? What were we talking about earlier? I don't know. I'll bring the Dune popcorn bucket. You saw the Deadpool Wolverine one, right? Because that one was pretty funny. I wouldn't want to buy a whole other PC just to put in the living room. The only reason that I would do that is if I needed. I could probably still no. I'm just trying to think of how I would connect. It would make sense to have a media center PC if I had like a RAID array with a bunch of rips. You know, I have a single hard drive with the rips from a lot of these Blu-rays, but now I'm kind of like, screw it. I'll just put the disc in instead of keeping that hard drive on and spinning all the time. I'll just grab the Blu-ray, and put it in. It's no big deal. Um, but if I had one of those systems where I had, basically a streaming setup where I had every movie that I have in perfect condition and all I need to do is stream it into that room, I would probably do that. I can't see a reason why I would do that at this point. But also, even with a lot of the way that I did it was I have, like I said, it's still on the hard drive. They are Blu-ray rips and DVD rips of most of my collection pre 2014 or so, 12. Around that time is when I stopped. But they're rips that I did, converted on this computer, converted to M4V format for iTunes back then, that would stream directly into the Apple TV in there with 5.1 sound and subtitles, cover art, all that stuff. It was literally like I had my own movie, like my own iTunes setup. And then we started buying digital copies and stuff like that because they were just so much cheaper than the Blu-rays. And then I've come back around to where I'm buying more physical media now. But yeah, even then it was a better setup than with a media center type thing. Did the Gateway come in the sweet cow box? It sure did. I mean, look, the Gateway was state of the art when I bought it. But in fact, I think, no, I still had it when we were married. Because the first apartment we had, I think I only had the 2.1 or the 2.1 setup because it wouldn't have worked in that office the way that it was set up. It wouldn't have worked. But anyway, yeah. I want to say something, but it might be morally questionable. What would you have to say, KP Senti, that I would find morally questionable? Say what you want, man. Now, I mean, if Nightbot might not like it, but you're not gonna bother me. I sail the high seas. I do that myself sometimes. Yes, yeah, there's that. But see, here's the thing. With that, you're again, the whole thing is you have to have, you can get very, very high quality rips online. I understand that. But then you have to store them. And that costs money. And in most cases, I would rather just buy a physical disc that is never going to have to go bad, and I don't have to back this up. Yeah, in 40 years, this may not be playable, whatever, but it's one of those things where, in my opinion, it makes more sense to go that route than to invest in hard drive after hard drive after hard drive after hard drive or big RAID array or whatever. It's just not, and all the time that it takes to rip them or download them. It's a lot of work. I'd rather just buy a disc and put it in when I want to watch it. There you go. YT Dip and Tubi. I think I know what you're talking about because I've done that for a couple of things. There's one series that is not available in the United States to purchase legally, and it's the Zatoichi TV series. I ripped all of them from YouTube, and I have them still on a hard drive somewhere. And guess what? I still haven't watched them. But that is definitely something that I've done before, if that's what I'm thinking it is. Dang, Diablo 4 is 31 at GameStop pre-owned right now. I might get it Friday. I don't know, since I'm trying to buy yet another car. Ricky, your cars and computers and wow. I I I live the Nvidia Shield life. I'm guessing I'm having and have Jellyfin on my main PC, which I keep on when I'm home anyways. But I also don't have a giant collection like yours. Yeah, I've a pretty big collection. I mean, let's see. Is it this? Yeah, yeah. That's pretty. And then that is full front and back. So I had to pull all the 4Ks off out of here because I didn't have room for the rest of my collection here. But yeah. And eventually, this camera will move here to highlight that huge collection. You know? But I mean, like, you know, all these are all books and stuff, which is great. I love this stuff. But here's the thing. I don't focus on a lot about this. You know, the books I talk about every now and then. I don't talk about it all the time. So that's why I was like, I wanted all that. But I'll tell you this. You want to see an amazing collection. That Gamer David, that is the most awesome collection of anything I've ever seen. Seriously. And I got to see it live and look at it and walk around it. So you got to head out. Have a great night, folks. Rufus, thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being here. And it was good that you were first as well. I'm about to go to work soon, but I'm curious what are all the things you collect? I don't really collect things. I mean, yeah, I buy Blu-rays and stuff, but it's only I wish I had the money to just buy everything, but I don't. So I really only buy the things that just really appeal to me movie-wise. Things that I want in my collection. Like, for example, the Lawrence of Arabia 4K, it keeps going up in price, and I'm like, oh, I should have bought it. I should have bought the Steelbook back when it first came out, and I didn't, and now I'm paying for it. I have it on digital, but I would really like the disc. But things like that. You know, I love my movies. My movies is my important thing. Tolkien, I'm pretty much done with, you know? And sure, something like this that I got from good old OK Chief 420. Go watch his videos. Pretty awesome guy. Chief is like the sweetest guy ever. But anyway, like I'll buy something from him if it's something that I really want. And plus it's kind of like I feel like at every Retropalooza or any game convention that I go to, I want to buy something just to support the convention, just to spend a little bit of money, you know, whatever. I pretty much always buy stuff from Chief. Like that Zelda poster down here. Bought that from Chief. I have a CD over here that's like some rare Lord of the Rings, and I'm talking about like Lord of the Rings from like the old Lord of the Rings soundtrack thing. Got that from him. I'm trying to think, what else have I bought from him? But yeah, you know, but I don't really like collect anything in particular. And even Lego. I don't collect all the Star Wars stuff or all the Lord of the Rings stuff or anything like that. I just collect what's cool and what my wife likes. All of these are sets that she wants to build too. So you've got the gunship. You've got, by the way, that this little set right here, that's the one that Rachel got me at Retropalooza Houston. I just haven't built it yet. Rivendell is something she wants to build. Then there's the Venator, right? Basically the Clone Wars Star Destroyers right there. And then right there, which you can't really see, it's the lighthouse that lights up and stuff. So we're going to build all of those eventually, but we got to have time to do that. So, I have a bunch of movie streaming services, but if it's not on any of them, yo ho, I get that too. I understand, but I got to that point, and I know that this is going to be different for everybody, but I've said this before, but I got to the point where I'm like, if I can afford it, then I should pay for it. It's just the way it is because, and especially after making a movie, it just seems right. Now I know all that money is just going to a studio, and that studio could give two shits about the conservation of that movie or whatever. I'm sorry, I still I can't justify it anymore, you know. But I mean, you do your thing, you know. I thought about buying digital copies, but not having DRM free downloads bother me a lot, and I don't like movies or anything, and it still bugs me. But yes, I understand that too. I really do. I totally get that. But here's the thing. I've been buying digital copies basically since digital copies were available, and I haven't lost one yet. Now I bought them all from Apple. I'm lucky that I put my money with a company that's probably not going anywhere. I mean, knock on all the wood, but I'm pretty sure Apple's not going anywhere. So, and in most cases, I don't know, man. I kind of, I don't know. Most of them are digital copies from when I bought the Blu-ray anyway, and crazy deals like that 100 for 100. So Columbia Pictures, their 100-year anniversary, they put 100 movies on there for $100. Yeah, I clicked that button and I bought all 100 movies. I'd only seen like 3 of them, and I haven't even started going through them. So there's that crazy list too. My God, there's so many movies on my watch list. So yeah, when somebody says, "Hey, go watch this," go watch this movie that whatever, uh, it's only available on this service, or it's $5 to rent it or whatever, and I'm like, why would I pay for something when I have all this stuff that I've already paid for and I haven't watched yet? So just keep that in mind with your recommendations. Of course, I'm going to try to, but it may be a bit. And even the fan edits, the fan edits are kind of like, "Hey, go watch my Hobbit fan edit." And I'm like, "Look, I get it. I understand. You want some recognition for the work you put in. I understand, but I don't care about the Hobbit anymore." And second, I'm done with the Hobbit, So anyway, but I understand. I understand that it's almost the what do you call it? It's the principle of it. I understand that, but I don't download pirated movies. Just stream them once in a while. Yeah, insurance finally picked up. I'm so far behind, by the way, so we got to get caught up because we got a couple of news things and we got to talk about that direct today. I Spider have a cool collection similar to yours. Here's the thing though. I don't care about having a cool collection. Like there are guys, look at Serial at Midnight. And I got to say, Shozama, Shozama and I, look, we disagree a lot. Okay? Me and Shozama, we butt heads every now and then, and we disagree a lot. But I'll tell you what, he turned me on to Serial at Midnight. And holy crap, that dude is really impressive. I really like his videos. Sub to him. An amazing guy. And he basically gets a bunch of the independent movie labels. But his collection, I mean, it goes on forever. And there's so many people with so much more impressive collections than mine. But here's the thing. I don't need a collection like that. And I don't need to show off every movie I've ever purchased. You see those 2 boxes down there? Those are full of movies that are either already they're duplicates. I know people that show off all their duplicates and all that. No, I only want the best version right here. And when this fills up, go back. When this fills up, we're getting really close. When this fills up, we're going to be pulling some stuff off that I don't care about. This is all the room that I'm devoting to movies. And if it's not up here, then it's either not worth owning or not worth displaying. So, there you go. I was still looking at that camera, even though it was this camera. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's see. Have you read the Divine Comedy? And if so, do you have a copy? I have not read the Divine Comedy, but I do own a copy somewhere. I think it's, yeah, I do own it, but I have not read it. That gamer David needs to do a room tour. Here's the funny thing. I did a room tour when I was there. I went through and filmed everything. But it would be weird for me to show it, you know? But it is incredibly impressive and in depth. It's the kind of thing where I'm like, man, this is amazing. It's just an amazing collection. And like for me, I've got a bunch of Tolkien stuff, right? I love my Tolkien. I'm still making my way through all the Tolkien books. Here's the thing. I don't want a first print of whatever, The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings. I don't want to be the steward of history. I just want to enjoy the man's work. And so when it comes to collecting, I don't really care if it's a collectible or not. I just care about the content. You know, I care about the movie and I care about the special features. So if there's a version of the Blu-ray or DVD or whatever that has better content, like special features and stuff, I will pay more for that. I don't have a problem with that. But physical stuff like the paper and the books and all that, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is the presentation of the movie and the special features. But that's just me. Uh let's see. Rufus. Bye Rufus. Okay. Dave did a room tour a few weeks ago on one of his streams. He did, and it was pretty good. You found some old rare Tolkien stuff. Bonobo Juice, welcome. I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier, but I am so far behind. But hi. I mean I have, but they're not like none of these are. This is the rarest thing I have, and I got that from Chief just a month ago or so. But even that isn't like super crazy, you know. I found some cool, like one of my favorite ones is this one because it's a. Oh, I knocked it over. Crap. So the paperback, right? Paperback. Everybody knows what a paperback looks like. So for schools, they take that paperback and they make it into the hardcover, right? For the libraries, keeps it it makes it easier to uh you know, to prevent it from getting super damaged. Now this one is not in great shape. As you can see, it's scuffed up and all that. If I could find a pristine copy of this, yes. And the reason that this one is so important is because this is the exact look of the first time that I read The Hobbit back in 7th grade. This is what we read it. You know, they gave out at the beginning of class, everybody picked up a copy of The Hobbit and we read from it. But I just, because I remembered that, I just thought, man, wouldn't it be cool to own the original, like kind of in the same format as the first time I read it? And I found one, and it's awesome. This to me is more important than most of the other stuff because this means a lot to me. Oh, and there's the different style, but yeah. Anyway, that means more to me than something that's worth like a lot. I love CDs. Oh, there's a ton of CDs in there too. I mean, most of it is. Let's see. There's some Aphex Twin. There's Bill Hicks. There's some. What's that? Oh, it's the David Bowie "I'm Afraid of Americans" single. Uh, let's see. Enigma, Deep Forests, Linkin Park, Jars of Clay. Uh, oh, I'm still looking at that camera. I should be looking at that camera. Hi, sorry. Hi. And a ton of Nine Inch Nails. I mean, there's like all that's Nine Inch Nails, pretty much. There's some Pearl Jams from Nirvana. There's some Pink Floyd, Smashing Pumpkins. It's just basically the CDs that make me who I am. Damn, I keep looking at the wrong camera. There's the Police, some of the Police stuff in there. There's the Breath of the Wild soundtrack is right, or one of them. That's the wait. Oh, that's the concert. My Breath of the Wild soundtrack is down. I have that somewhere too. I don't know if I'm gonna get the Tears of the Kingdom one. I keep looking at the wrong camera. But yeah, there's some Nine Inch Nails, some Tool. Yeah, some cool stuff. Some cool stuff there. Uh, you can always find something at his booth for sure. A Styles, yeah, Chief is awesome. He's such an amazing guy. How do I resist not buying all the stuff? I don't have the money to buy all the stuff. See, here's the thing, and this is the thing that I think is really important. I quit my job to work on the Adventures of Game Chasing movie, right? I have made, I will say, I don't know how much I've made, but it's on YouTube. I've made less than, I can say this, right? I'm not going to get in trouble for saying this, right? I've made less than $1,000 on YouTube in 4 years. Um, Outside of that, I've made a little bit here and there helping Billy and Jay out with the Game Chaser stuff. They pay me a little bit, but I don't make much money. Now, what's nice is because my wife has such a good job, she's able to support me while I go on this journey of trying to make this next movie. You know, we made Adventures of Game Chasing. It's out there and all that stuff. I'm writing the next one, and then we'll figure out, we're going to try to get financing and we'll move on. And if that doesn't work out, I'm going to have to go get another job. So right now, I'm not bringing in a lot of money. Now, because my wife is a very kind and beautiful person, she has allowed me to get an allowance with which I buy stuff here and there, and I usually save it up for many months and then buy things. So there you go. I cannot believe the willpower you possess to have those box sets back there and not build them. I want to build them. Trust me, I want to build them. And I've almost annoyed April to death trying to get that, but get them done. But I know that we bought those for us to do together, and that's just the way that I look at it. They don't exist until it's time to build them, kind of. Yeah. Lego cars right now, the Lego DeLorean. Yeah, there's some neat stuff there. I'm not worried about losing them, but just more like I want to be able to watch the content on my terms. Oh, I understand that too, KP Senti. Absolutely. Oh my god, I'm so far behind. All right, let's get caught up here. If Apple goes anywhere, in my opinion, it will probably be after we're dead. Probably. Or they have to do something really, really bad. I'm not collecting. No, I'm collecting the Technic line. I want to make a Lego car dealership. The Lego cars are so awesome, but again, that's another level of collecting that I just don't want to get into. I know that April wouldn't enjoy building those, and I can't afford those on my meager allowance. I'd rather spend that money on a couple of bottles of juice every now and then and movies, because that's my and books. You know, if a book comes up that I'm like, oh, I gotta buy, you know, I'll do that. But for the most part, yeah, movies. The ones I recommend highly to buy physical is music, concerts, and such, as those do get pulled down from iTunes and such. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's weird how because I'm also subscribed to the Apple One thing, which is all the things, right? So you get iCloud, like so much iCloud that you share in the family. You get Apple Music, you get Apple Arcade, you get Apple News, Apple Fitness, and something else. And there's like a bunch of stuff that's all included in that. What's weird is Apple Music is amazing, but every now and then you'll open up an album and only 3 of the 12 songs are available. It's really strange. I don't understand. I mean, it's got to do with rights and stuff, but it's really annoying when that happens. So yes, absolutely. Absolutely Shozama for sure. And almost all the like I actually own quite a few concerts. I actually want I became a Pink Floyd fan later in life, and then kind of in with that, I became a fan of David Gilmour, and so I want a lot of his concert stuff on Blu-ray and stuff, and I just haven't gotten around to buying them. But yeah, what are fan edits? KP Senti, fan edits are movies that people have cut up themselves. So for example, I mean, the best example that I have is because The Hobbit was a movie that had a lot of elements that were good, but a lot of crap. And so people have gone in and re-edited the movie, taken out some stuff that they don't like, recontextualized some things, they move things around to make it flow a little differently. It's fan edits are really cool. The problem is they're all subjective. And that's really what it comes down to. So fan edits are one of those things where, 12 people can say, "Oh, I didn't like Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny," right? The last Indiana Jones movie. I didn't like Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, but there were some deleted scenes that were available wherever, whether it's on Blu-ray or whatever. So they're going to take those things, they're going to take out stuff they don't like, and they're going to put stuff that, from the deleted scenes that they like back in. The problem is everybody's different. There's going to be things that people take out, that one person takes out for their own version, that other people watch and they go, "Well, damn, man, I actually like that scene." Then there's going to be somebody that says, "I'm going to put this deleted scene back in," and somebody watching it goes, "That deleted scene kind of takes away from this." So it's all subjective, and it becomes this exercise in futility in a way, because if you're just making it for yourself, then that should be enough. But people put it out there in the hopes that it gets attention or whatever. There was a guy, most recently, it was kind of big news. The Obi-Wan series came out. And when the Obi-Wan series was over, the guy basically took the series and cut it up and made it into a 2 hour and 45-minute movie. So he took out a ton of stuff, right? The way that he cut it actually flows better and works better as a movie than it does as a 6-episode or 8-episode series. I don't remember how many episodes it was. It actually works better that way. So he got a lot of attention, media attention, all that kind of stuff. And I think in a lot of ways, there's some people that's what they want. They want to do this in the hopes that they'll get noticed by whoever. The problem is nobody cares. 99.99% of the fan edits that are out there, only a handful of people in general will watch them. That's fine. What I did was I started doing fan edit reviews. And so on my channel, they were getting a lot of, some, pretty good view count for me, because I'm a small channel. Pretty good view count for me because nobody else was doing that. The problem is it got to the point where now I'm almost a promotional tool for them, instead of me doing it because I just wanted to watch this fan edit and see if it was better than the original movie. So it's weird how the reason for me doing it has changed, and I'm kind of getting away from that. But that's what I was talking about with the fan edits. Anyway. And yes, Shozama, yeah, the prices are all over the place with most digital stuff, The Robbit. Shozama versus Rob, let's go. Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying. But that's the thing. That's what's great about being a fan of anything. You can disagree with somebody, and as long as you're respectful, it's all good, I mean, Bucho and I have disagreed many times in the past, but we're always respectful, and he gives me a little kiss on the cheek afterward. So it's all good. I've never actually met Bucho. I would like to go to New Zealand and meet Bucho. Hang out with Bucho. I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out with Bucho, right? Anyway. Interesting perspective. I've been buying tons of K-pop dudes due to people giving them away, and I'm struggling to put them on the shelf. Maybe I should be like you and box them up. Yeah, it's like I don't care about. Okay, for example, The Crow. I own the DVD, the Blu-ray, and now the 4K. Why would I need to display the DVD and the Blu-ray when I have the 4K? That's just two examples. There's many, many, many examples of that. Like, I own so many movies I own 2 copies of the Blu-ray for some reason. I have 2 copies. I have 2 copies of Scott Pilgrim. I have 3 copies of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I love that movie. Order 42, right? Why do I have 3 copies? I don't know, but I do. So why would I display more than one. There's just a lot of that stuff. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many. So bad. So bad. One thing about nice about collecting English CDs is that they have a uniform size, unlike K-pop, right? And yes, KP Senti, I worked on the movie. I was the script supervisor during production. Billy and Jay, by the way, are like we worked at Blockbuster together back in 97 to 2000. I knew Billy. Billy and I worked at Kroger in 94. And then I got the job at Blockbuster at 97. Jay got hired after me. And then Billy got hired there. So I knew Billy before he knew Jay. And then I knew Jay before he knew Billy. And then Billy and Jay are the game chasers, right? So yeah, kind of an interesting thing. But I've been a friend of theirs for many, many years. Worked as script supervisor. And then I did sound design. I did sound editing. I'm in the movie a few times. I'm the voice of the troll sometimes. The troll's in there like a couple times, but I'm the voice of the troll. But yeah, I'm in the movie a lot. My fingerprints are all over that movie. Some of the lines are mine that I came up with on set. So, but yeah, it was unbelievable. I had so much fun. I want to make another one, and I'm writing the next one. So yeah. I was trying to spam and it wouldn't let me. Oh, I got a Lego DeLorean. I love it. We'll build it in the near future. Okay. I had music become unavailable in my country while I was listening to it. So now I just buy CDs. I never heard of fan edits before. Yeah, it's a cool thing. It's got its own area of the internet. There are places where you can just stream them off of a web browser, just stream them through that. There's places where it's basically just hey, I think it's fanedit.info, where you pretty much name the movie and there'll probably be a fan edit of it, especially if it's sci-fi, fantasy, all that kind of stuff. A lot of comic book movies are on there, taking out stuff they don't like and putting stuff in from the deleted scenes and all that. Anyway, I thought of doing one way back in the day for X-Men The Last Stand, because if you've seen that movie, Wolverine is a complete reversal of his character. But the deleted scenes have him being Wolverine in those scenes, like actual Wolverine. Like there's one scene where I remember he was talking to the kids, and he's trying to give them this pep talk, making them feel better about the mission they're about to go on. The deleted scene version of that, he basically is like, look, kids, you're probably going to die on this mission anyway. So you might as well either, if you're going to come, don't get in my way, because we got shit to do, basically, And it was awesome. It was like, holy crap. All the stuff that I was mad about watching the movie, it's in the deleted scenes, but for some reason they went with this, oh, Wolverine's got a kind side now. F you. Wolverine's always been a dick. You know what I mean? So that's just one example. I was going to do that at one point, and then I lost interest. But that's what's kind of fun about fan edits, is taking movies. The way that I look at it, you take a movie that is almost good. It's not good, but it's almost there. Is there anything that you could do to make it a better movie? Just by moving things around or taking some things out or whatever. And that's what's fun about it. And of course they did that with the Phantom Menace. That's where a lot of people got into fan edits, is with the Star Wars saga of movies. What's his name? Topher Grace very famously did a fan edit of the Phantom Menace that was like an hour and 15 minutes. So he took out a bunch of crap, took out a bunch of Jar Jar, and made it into a movie that a lot of people said that was really good. I don't think that's available anywhere. But anyway, fan edits has an interesting history when it comes to movies and stuff. It's kind of cool. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle looks fantastic. I'll get it day one. I think it looks good too. I think it looks really good. It looks like an actual good story. And that's again, games are just like movies in that if the story is, at least for me, if the story is compelling, I'll go through it. I think it'll be fun. Christian BS says, welcome, by the way. I did a fan edit of the Wizard movies, which included the deleted scenes. Is that something I can just upload to the internet? Well, here's the thing. It depends on, I mean, yes, you can put it on like a Google Drive. That's what a lot of people do. Because Google, I think I think for free, you get 5 gigs. So you can put it up there. And then what you could do is you could go, there's a fan edit subreddit. There's all the fan edit message boards, the various message boards all over the place. And yeah, you could link to it and just kind of say, hey, I did this fan edit of this movie. And what do you think? And see what people think. If you care, you may not care what other people think, but a lot of people that get into the fan edits nowadays, they seem to be, they want to get involved in the community, or they want like quick notoriety or something. As far as I'm concerned, there's not going to be like, well, one day maybe a fan editor will get to work on that movie. I mean, sure, maybe, but that's like, you know, will Michael Jordan be watching me, shoot hoops one day and then say, you know what, kid, you got it. You should be in the NBA and then help me do it. I mean, yeah, it's possible. Anything's possible, but do it because you love it. That's the main thing to me, is do it because you love it. And if something comes of it, great. If not, you learned something and you were able to do something. Adventures in Game Chasing is never going to be this huge hit movie, but I love doing it, and I learned so much, and it made me appreciate other movies as well. So for me, that's what it's about. So do it because you love it, not because of, whatever. But yes, Christian VS, you can. I only heard about the movie from you and Dave. Sounds like I really need to get a copy of the movie. Whoa, you do sound too? Again, I think when it comes to that movie, Joe Gamesack, he did the sound mix, and the sound mix is incredible. What he did with that sound mix is unbelievable stuff. But yeah, you can watch that on Tubi, by the way, KP Senti. Adventures in Game Chasing. You can watch it. But if you get the Blu-ray, there's a whole bunch of special features on it that Billy put together. Amazing stuff. Don't forget your role as the manager way back when. I mean, Wraith, absolutely, but And Spaceballs sequel. Yeah, I heard that Josh Gad is basically gonna, with Mel Brooks' blessing, is gonna make a sequel to Spaceballs. And I'm kind of like, okay. Okay. Cool. Like, I don't know what else to say about it. That's why we didn't really talk about it. I did a fan edit from Dust Till Dawn, which is just the Selma Hayek snake dance slowed down to 0.25 speed and repeated 10 times. Bucho? Yes. Adventures in Game Chasing has a pre-order right now, and it's signed. Thinking about getting it now. I mean, yeah, there's still, as far as I know, there are still copies available from the single disc, which is what I think is available there. There was a dual disc if you pre-ordered it, like did the Kickstarter or whatever. But the single disc, I think, is still available, and yeah, you can get them signed. Yeah, but you can only watch a movie for the first time once. Good one, KP Senti. Good one. It doesn't say when the pre-order ends. Yeah, as far as I know, I don't think. As far as I know, I think they're still available. That was good though. That was good. Dusk Till Dawn, man. That was a movie. And hey, I'm all caught up. I'll order it next paycheck. I mean, look, KP Senti, it's one of those things where if you're a fan of Game Dave, you're really gonna enjoy that movie. And I'll tell you this, man, if you do get the Blu-ray, you'll get a ton of behind the scenes stuff with Dave. And I'll tell you this, the single disc has the documentary that Billy put together for the making of Adventures. It's just as good as the movie, in my opinion. It's really that good. So, still need Game Dave and Martin to sign my copy. Martin I think Martin said that he was going to try to make it to Retropalooza 11. I don't know about Dave, but I'm pretty sure Martin Barabee, by the way. I think he pronounces it Barabee. Swedish. Anyway, I think he said he was gonna try to make it, and that would be cool. And Leon, of course. Leon will be back as well. Or at least he's trying to. I don't know. I actually haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks. Leon's been quiet. I don't know if he's just been busy or if I've just been busy. I mean, I've been busy, out of the state and all that. As much as I don't like movies, but I'm gonna get it for you and Dave. Well, KP Senti, that's very nice of you to say. And yeah, I think it's get it more for Dave, because Dave is amazing in the movie, and yeah, all the special features, man, are really fun. So I hope you enjoy it. There's still copies of the movie for sale. Dang, I thought I missed the boat. As far as I know, on that site, do I still have that? Do I still have the site? Oh, is that really it? Let me see. And oh, that's just the trailer. I was like, what? Is that the movie? Oh, okay. So that is not it. Let's see. Oh, it's this, isn't it? Big, is it Big Cartel? Where it's Big Cartel, I think is the let me see. Is that it? Yeah. Second run pre-order. There you go. A limited supply of the VHS. And then there's the, digital code. Dude, I want to get this Game Chaser shirt that looks like Zelda. I want that. And I'm surprised that he hasn't done the Melvor shirt. Put the Melvor shirt on there, which was linked from their homepage. There you go. You should put on another movie on your watch list from Netflix called City Hunter. Okay. Movies too much. City Hunter. You know what's funny? Okay, well, nobody really cares about this. But it's one of those things that for me, it was like, oh shoot. So I'm big into Ridley Scott. I'm also big into his brother, Tony Scott. And there's a movie that Tony Scott did back in the mid 80s or late 80s called Revenge that I never saw. Well, there's another movie right around the same time that Kevin Costner did called No Way Out. That is actually coming out on 4K from Kino Lorber very soon. So I'm probably going to buy that just because I've been wanting to see it. Anyway. Hope they both get there. Only 4 months away. Yeah. I mean, there's still copies of them. Oh, yeah. I saw him at Billy's stream a few weeks back. He's doing good. Oh, Leon. Okay, good. Good. Where's the soccer mom shirt? I know. He said that he on the next, because he's got to order them just like I do. When he orders them, yeah, I think he's gonna do both versions. So the soccer moms are hot, and whatever the other version is, I can't remember. I have blank VHS tapes. I need to give Billy this October. Nice. The soccer mom Melvor shirt? Yes, not Gary. Yes. Do I need to watch the TV seasons of The Game Chasers to understand the movie? No, you don't, but I'm pretty sure you'll appreciate the movie more if you watch the YouTube series first. Yes, but I honestly don't think that's even necessary. It's like, maybe watch a few episodes. Yeah, the Game Chasers are all on YouTube. Their whole history. And how long have I been? I've been doing stuff with them for, I guess, the past 4 years or so. So I'll show up every now and then in the more recent videos. We did one where we went by our old Blockbuster, which was really cool. But yeah, will there be a shirt with lesbian fisherman in boat? I mean, I mean, maybe. I hope so. I busted out laughing when I saw that Millwall shirt, soccer shirt, that soccer mom shirt. Yeah, heck yeah. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this real quick. Oh no, I can't. No, I can't because it's in there. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was gonna show off my Adventures in Game Chasing movie poster that's been signed. It's got the most signatures of anybody because it's the one that everybody signed at the premiere, but then it's also got Martin. It's got of course Leon was at the premiere. It's got Martin and Dave on it too. So it's the poster with the most signatures on it. But it's rolled up, protected. So anyway, what else we got here? Beep 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 beep. Oh, there's this. This was news. Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis is going to be released this September by Lionsgate. So Lionsgate picked up Megalopolis for distribution in the US. So, I mean, people called this movie unwatchable, but it's Francis Ford Coppola, man. So, I'm excited to see that. So, I just wanted to let you guys know, in case you didn't, it will be coming to theaters this September. Very, very cool. Very cool. Let's see. Let me go to where is it? Where are you? There. So yeah, why don't we wrap up the show talking about okay. Was anybody else like super freaking excited when they saw this? I loved this. I thought, "Oh, cool, a sequel to Link's Awakening. Cool. This is so much better." And I got to tell you, I love mostly it's Breath of the Wild, right? Breath of the Wild is my favorite game of all time. I have no problem saying it. I've played through that game multiple times. I love it. Tears of the Kingdom is good, but it's not quite it didn't have the emotional impact that Breath of the Wild did. But it's also because of the time period that it came out. I was going through all my medical crap, Breath of the Wild is a very special game to me. So I fell in love with the story. I thought the story was amazing, and I love Zelda, right? I think Zelda herself, I was like, man, I would like a Breath of the Wild style game with Zelda as the main character, doing stuff. I think that'd be awesome. Then they came out with Hyrule Warriors, that the Age of Calamity. And in the middle of that game, all of a sudden you're playing as Zelda and the music kicks in and I'm sitting there and I'm playing it. I don't really like that game, but I'm playing it with tears in my eyes because I was like, this is awesome, man. This is everything I wanted. So seeing this, I was like, oh, hell yeah. I am totally buying this freaking game. Day one purchase. And it looks so the same way that Tears of the Kingdom kind of allowed, and Breath of the Wild kind of allow for your own way to solve puzzles and to do things. This looks like it's exactly the same way with that rod of wisdom or whatever it's called. I love it. I think it's cool. So there you go. It should have been called the Missing Link. Yes, I've heard that too. I've heard that too. But it's more about her. So, kind of makes sense. Miss when games look fun instead of like a movie. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. That's the thing about Nintendo is they focus on the fun first and the visuals aren't nearly as important. Now, you could say, well, why not both? Well, I understand that too. I wish Breath of the Wild could be played at, I wish the Switch was 4K. I wish the Switch. I'm actually really surprised that they didn't come out with like a Switch Pro or a Switch Home edition or something like that. That was literally only. It was like maybe a super powered dock that made it with like an extra graphics processor, a beefed up one. That's what I wanted. I wanted better fidelity, and the 5.1, the surround sound in these games is really awesome. It really is cool. So it was a beautiful thing. I'm interested to see what the next one's going to be. But anyway, so yeah, I enjoy it. I wish the art style was a bit more mature, but overall it looks great, and I can't wait to get it. My game of the show. Oh, we'll get to that. Wraith. We'll get to that. I'm extremely excited for this. I wish they tweaked the art style a little bit, but I'm still okay with it. Yeah, I think it's so damn cute, and it fits in with that. I think it fits in with the gameplay, because you're not going around with the sword and all that stuff. To me, Breath of the Wild is peak. Well, Tears of the Kingdom, really. Visually, all I could do is for, higher res textures and being able to see further in the distance. That's all I want. I'm really scared as to what the next iteration of Legend of Zelda, as far as like a mainline game. I'm scared because, man, you look at some of those games from the past, and man, some of those art styles just, I don't know. But Breath of the Wild was, to me, peak. But that's just, hey, it's my opinion. It was just a really good Nintendo Direct overall. I agree with you. The Wand of Gamelon, is that what it's called? Breath of the Wild plays in 1440p, 60 FPS on my PC. Yeah, but I don't have a PC. So I'm not like you and Shozama with just extra PCs everywhere. I still want a Link to the Past remake with these graphics. I'm actually really surprised that they haven't done that. I'm really surprised. I would have thought that of course, I don't know. I can't remember because I played A Link Between Worlds. So, of course, Link to the Past is amazing, but Link Between Worlds was really good too. I don't know if there was anything in Link Between Worlds that couldn't be ported over to the Switch. Maybe they're going to wait on that. A Mac is still a PC. Yeah, but it's different. I'm not going to move this. Well, I probably could still play it on here. Probably. Couldn't I? Yeah, but this is my work stuff. I don't know. It's different. It's different. And Matt Walls and Warehouse Dave. Good to see you guys. Speaking of games with good sound, I just got Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, and that game's soundtrack is so good. It's pretty much a Jet Set Radio spiritual successor. I heard about that game. It's not really my style, but that's awesome, though. It's awesome to hear because, I mean, to me, sound is so important for everything. Long time no see. Hope everyone is doing good in the great state of Texas. Dude, yes. Yes. I mean, we're doing okay. It's hot as hell, but yes, we're doing okay. And yeah, man, I still feel bad for not being able to make it to Really Rad Weekend. Was that November? When I got the COVID? Sucks. I'm surprised they didn't remake the first two games at all. I mean, there's so many things that I was expecting. And I mean, I was expecting a Twilight Princess Wind Waker thing, but that didn't happen. Which I'm a little disappointed, but I'm also really happy we're getting a brand new game. So, because honestly, I can play Wind Waker and Twilight Princess on my Steam Deck, so I'm okay. You can use an old Mac as a media PC. Oh no, I know, Shozama. I know. I had a Mac Mini that I had doing just that for a while. And then I realized that no, I don't I don't enjoy getting a keyboard and a mouse out when something goes wrong, because something will go wrong with an old Mac, you know? So it's just one of those things that, yeah, I totally read you. I really like those podcast style uploads from the Game Chasers with you in them. Very good and funny discussions. Dave, I love those too. I mean, of course, now our studio is being redone because of the flooding. I do appreciate that you saying that though, because I really enjoy doing those, and I think that so much of the appeal of the Game Chasers are the personalities. It's Billy, it's Jay, it's Melvor, it's Redneck Chris, it's, you know, the Dongo, right? I mean, all of those things, that's part of the appeal of that channel. And when you don't do that, um, it's just kind of a bummer when you're not using that, you know. And I think that it's a great way to do that stuff. But again, we gotta have a place to record. I've told them we can do it here. I mean, the same sort of setup. We have to set everything up every time we go over there anyway, because it's Melvor's house. So why not do it here? I mean, sure, everybody would have to drive up here, but we could still do it here. Of course, I don't know. I haven't recorded in here. It's pretty fine because I have a carpet. I have carpet, but in there it's all tile. I don't know. I don't know how the echoing would be. Maybe I ought to do some testing. But yeah, we could do it here. I would love to do it. For the price, just buy a new M2 Mac Mini. I love it. I mean, you're right, Ricky. You're right. Those M2s, good stuff. I did not expect a whole new brand new game of Zelda. That surprised me a lot. Absolutely. And then of course, yes. Oh. And this is the cool thing about this, is like exactly how I want a presentation to go. Oh, we're not going to just show a bunch of cinematics. No, we're going to show just gameplay. You know, it's, yeah. Yeah. This was awesome. I have never played, I think I have Prime 2. Isn't that Echoes? I can't remember the subtitles of the games. I think I have 1 and 2, and I never beat 2. In fact, I don't know if I ever beat 1. I can't remember. I think no, I don't think I ever beat 1 or 2. And then I never got 3. So this is going to be cool. Yeah, Echoes, Corruption I never played. Even though the Switch is outdated, it still manages to display impressive visuals. Yeah, and honestly, I can see this because it's going to be in 2025. If everything is working out the way everybody's saying, I could see this being a dual release, you know, on Switch in the next console too. Prime 1 is Prime. Play MP1 now. Okay, here's the thing. I have played through it, and it basically, it's the same place that annoyed me the first time I played it, is where I said, okay, I think I'm done. I got it. The biggest problem with Prime 1 is I get so lost that I stop caring. I disengage from the story because I'm trying to figure out where the hell to go. That map sucks. So yeah. Corruption is so fun on the Wii. And yeah. Is it was that on Yeah. The Prime remake is very good. Oh no, I agree. I own it. I own the remake. But I got to the same, I can't remember, is it the Omega Pirate? I got to that and I died multiple times, and then I've still haven't gone back to it. So I suggest Prime 1 on the Switch because the dual joystick controls make a hell of a difference. Oh, absolutely. The map isn't the best. Oh, and I own a lot of Metroids. I've played all of them. I beat the Game Boy ones. I beat the Game Boy Advance Zero Mission and Fusion. I beat both of those. I beat the 3DS one. Of course, Super Metroid. And then when Metroid Prime, I played Metroid Prime, got to a Mega Pirate, died a lot, quit playing. Played the, and then I don't know if I've ever played 2, but then when I got the remake, I was like, oh, well, I'm going to beat this Omega Pirate now. And I died a bunch and then got irritated and then never went back. So, Fusion gives Super a run for its money. Oh, it's good. You can do it. It's worth it to finish the story. I've watched a thing of it. So, I'm good. When all else fails, just replay the best one. Super. Oh, I know. Super Metroid I've played through so many times. The thing is I'm not super crazy, to be honest with you, with that first person. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I was actually hoping that when they went back to do another Metroid, that it would be sort of a hybrid style of 2D and sort of over the shoulder stuff. Almost like Stellar Blade, the way that Stellar Blade looks when you play that. I was kind of hoping that Metroid would go that route. Um just because I enjoy it more, you know? But that's just me. I still need to play Dread. Dread was really good. Now, Dread was another one that irritated me and I quit playing. And here's the thing. Most of the time.
Speaking of super, this has been a super stream.
Okay, did that sound weird to you guys? Did that sound like weird? Sounds normal. Okay. It worked. Yay! Not Gary, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that. This has been a super stream. I appreciate that. Yes, thank you for that. But no, my speakers sound really strange when it comes. Okay. Here's the thing. This is going to be a very small little thing that not many people will understand. But when you set up a stream on a PC, when you hook in your mic, that's a separate track. Your desktop audio is its own track. Then when you set up something like this where it's coming from, that audio is coming from the desktop, it's playing through the desktop, you can set it to a separate thing. So you can have, there's basically 2 different audio tracks that you can have on a PC. With Mac, you only get one. And you have to jump through a bunch of hoops to get that to play on stream. So, in other words, when you've seen this happen a couple of times, like when somebody would subscribe or something and you wouldn't hear anything, you wouldn't hear the bling or whatever. What happens is the Mac doesn't know how to route that audio through OBS as a separate track. It won't do it. So I have to finagle some stuff in Mac to be able to hear to play it right. The problem is it's not playing correctly through the speaker. So it's playing through. If it sounds fine for you, that's great, and that's all I care about. But to me, it sounds like if you can layer that on top of the audio, that's what it sounds like. It sounds really effed up. So there you go. But yeah, Mac won't do. That's the one thing that it doesn't make any sense to me. Like Mac is so much better when it comes to technical stuff. Mac does so many things so much better than PC, but the audio is totally bad on Mac. I don't understand it. So there you go. Dread isn't bad at all. I just don't care to go back through it. Yeah, it didn't stick with me enough for me to, but it is kind of awesome though. I kind of want to play through it again, try to see if I can get better at it. But my problem is especially a lot of the, when so much of the game relies on the parry stuff, you lose me because I'm not really good at that. I'm more of a run and gun kind of just get the hell out of my way. I'm gonna plow through it. I don't know. So yeah, maybe that's it. But um, I will get the Samus. They said Samus. I've always said Samus. Samus Aran. I think they said Samus Aran, which whatever. But yeah, the first 4 figure that's out soon. But thank you, Not Gary, once again for that $20 super chat. Dread is in no way a bad game. There just isn't much reason to go back through it. I'm glad that sounded okay. I don't know. It's weird. Forget it's a Mac. My superpowers are useless here. Elaborate audio routing can be like a crazy Sudoku puzzle to solve in your mind. It can be maddening sometimes. Well, there's an old piece of software that I'm still using that every time I do an update on my Mac and it has to do a restart, it always says, "Hey, this old piece of crap software that you still have," which basically it takes the audio in and then it can route it different places, and it can say, "Okay, now you're setting up a new device that's going to be desktop audio, but it also plays through your speakers and it will route to OBS." Okay. So that's what I have to select in my devices, right, for it to work on stream. That old piece of software it's old. So I might have to try to figure out a new 2024 way of doing this. So, yeah. GG's all work kicked my cheeks today. Early bed, first time in a while. And Jinzu, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time. I've never played a Metroid game. Oh man, then that's awesome. You've got a lot to play if you want to. Good to know Metroid Prime Hunters is canon. I don't even know what Hunters is. What game is better, Super Metroid or Castlevania Symphony of the Night? I would say, me personally, my opinion, Super Metroid. I like Symphony of the Night, but I've never been able to completely 100% it. Never been able to do that. It doesn't hold my attention. Now, Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, that was on the Game Boy Advance. I played through that game at least 20 times. I love that game. It's basically a souped up version of Symphony of the Night. I love it. I think it's better than Symphony of the Night. And it's my favorite Castlevania game. A lot of people don't. Like, I remember when I told Leon that, he was like, "Really? Aria of Sorrow? That's your favorite? Wow. Okay." I love it. Aria of Sorrow is my favorite Castlevania game. Have I tried Voice Meter? I don't know if it works with Macs. No, but I did try this one called Voice Mod. It's a paid app now. When it first came out, it was a beta, and it had all kinds of cool stuff where you could do cool voices and voice changing and stuff like that. But now it's all paid, and it's like, yeah, I just don't care that much. So, but I don't know what Voice Meter is. I think that might be an impossible question. Hunters was on the Nintendo DS. Oh yeah, I know. I don't think I ever played that one. Dawn of Sorrow is amazing too. I've played through some of Dawn of Sorrow, but it's one of those on the Steam Deck where I've been playing it and I'm like, this is really fun. And then I've kind of dropped it and kind of forgotten about it for a while. I need to go back to it. I played Symphony of the Night, never beat it, but it was good from what I played. Yeah, Symphony of the Night's definitely good. So there you go, Ricky. Really? I really liked Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow. Yeah, I thought the newer handheld ones beat out Symphony too. Okay. Order of Ecclesia. Yeah, see the Steam Deck. I have all those. Kind of cool. Never played through Aria, but I did play through Circle of the Moon a number of times. I think Circle of the Moon is not as good. I think Aria of Sorrow is. The music. Oh my god, the music. And Dawn of Sorrow has one of my favorite Castlevania tracks ever. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a really good one. Dracula X Chronicles is my favorite, and Symphony of the Night as well, as all 3DS games equally. Castlevania Chronicles on PS1. Which one is that? I'm still on the Big Cartel website. Castlevania, if I could spell, Chronicles. Game compilation. What's in it? Just tell me what's in it. Oh my god, that's bright. The original Castlevania, X68000. So it's got Symphony of the Night and what? Expanded on the X68000 game. Okay. Okay. Never played that one. Curse of Darkness. Rondo of Blood is very underrated. Castlevania Chronicles was a remake and it was fun. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever played that one. I'll tell you what though, the original PlayStation was in that weird era where I liked a few games, but there were some of them that just turned me off. It's basically Castlevania 1 but better. Voice Meter Banana. It's a free software that routes both hardware and software audio sources. It's kind of daunting at first, but once you learn it and it clicks, it's a useful tool. Okay. People always talk about Rondo of Blood. The better version of Dracula X. Yeah, see, I've played a little bit of all of those, but I keep going back to Aria of Sorrow. And Dawn of Sorrow definitely has Aria DNA in it, which I love. But I just haven't gone back to playing it. I don't know why. I would so buy a Lego Dracula's castle. I want the DQ tree, but it's $300. Yeah, I mean, look, I think that's cool, but to me, the DQ tree is more Ocarina of Time than Breath of the Wild, even though it's in Breath of the Wild. It just doesn't appeal to me, to that Legend of Zelda thing for me. It's like I'm much more Breath of the Wild style. That's that poster I bought from Chief back in the day. And it says $20, but I'm pretty sure I spent less than that because he always gives me the bro hookup. I'm surprised, dude. A Lego Metroid line could be awesome. That would be really Bloodlines. I don't know which one then. I gotta look it up, don't I? Look it up. Look it up. Oh, I've played Bloodlines, yeah. Because I have the collection on Switch where it has all the ones. I'm not a big Genesis fan though. I'm just not a big Genesis fan. It always I don't know, man. It feels clunky to me. A lot of Genesis games feel clunky to me. But hey, to each his own. Rondo of Blood was mind-blowing for the time. Visually, it's pretty much on par with Symphony, but it came out in like 94 for the PCE CD. If you like Dracula X, try Rondo. It's the OG version of Dracula X that was released on the Turbo Graphics. N64 Castlevanias deserved love and a remake as well because they were actually good. Are those the 3D ones? Because if so, not a fan. That's okay. Not for me. Kiss the Peter, not the Dinklage. I can't wait for the new Metroid. Hey, we were just talking about that. And we were just talking about how awesome it is that Nintendo didn't say, oh, well, here's a cinematic trailer and blah, blah, blah. No, you just got gameplay footage. You just got gameplay footage, and that's awesome. But but yeah. But welcome. I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. Sega all the way for me. Hmm. Bloodlines greater than Castlevania 4. Whoa. Whoa. Not for me. Yeah, Castlevania 4 looks kind of janky now. But man, for the time that was, I played the crap out of that game. And the sound, I'm telling you, the sound is great. The music, pumping. Love it. Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Yeah, it doesn't sell as much. That's what Genesis doesn't do. Or does. I love Genesis, both Sonic and Mike Rutherford. Here's the thing. I'm pretty cool with anybody who likes any things. I'm just not a fan of Genesis. It's never been in my thing. Like the only reason that I played Genesis is so that I could go over to my friend's house and play Streets of Rage 2. Oh, and I think they got blood in Mortal Kombat before Nintendo, right? That was the only thing. Like I'd rather play Link to the Past over and over and over again, which I did, than play Genesis. But that's just me. You didn't even Nintendo 64, Rob, so you don't know. Yeah, because it looked like just not my thing. Bloodlines graphic style greater than Castlevania 4. See, maybe I need to try that one again. It's been a long time since I've tried it. SC4 is the GOAT. Gameplay Castlevania 4 greater than Bloodlines. There's that. Genesis also had the best. Oh, look at that. Not Gary. Yes, Genesis Streets of Rage trilogy is the king of beat 'em ups. Yeah. I was 100% Nintendo kid, but Bloodlines and Streets of Rage 2 were just too good to deny. I prefer playing A Link to the Past on my Genesis. Is that even possible? Has anyone seen Battle Beyond the Stars, Shozama? Yes, I have, and no, I don't like it. Guess why? But it's, I think part of it is what's his name? Richard Thomas? Is that his name? Mole. Like every time I see him, I just thought Mole. It was kind of like, the what was that from? It was Austin Powers, one of the Austin Powers movies. But no, I just the I haven't seen that since back then, like back in the day. I tried watching it and I'm like, this looks cheesy and it doesn't appeal to me. But hey, it's all good. The guy from the Waltons, yeah, Richard Thomas, right? Isn't that his name? He's actually a really good actor, a really good actor. But I couldn't get into the movie. And isn't it like a remake of the Seven Samurai? Kind of. Am I right about this? Am I thinking about the right movie? Late 90s, I was a Sega Channel boy, hardcore. Missed out on Rocket Knight Adventures and TMNT Hyperstone Heist for sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hyperstone Heist, I mean, yeah. But I still I was a Nintendo guy. And the thing is I only had a handful of Super Nintendo games. Because you got to think, when did Super Nintendo come out? 90. Okay, so I was already in high school. So because I was, I was kind of a big deal in high school. I was busy. I didn't have a whole lot of time, as much time anymore, to play video games. Basically, the NES is where most of my gaming took place. I had a Super Nintendo, but then I got older, got into high school, got in a marching band, got all these things. I was constantly doing stuff. I just didn't play it as much. So, but when I played the Genesis, I was like, it's pretty cool, but I got a Super Nintendo, and I'd rather play Super Nintendo. And then, like I said, I got older and kind of didn't play stuff. Yeah, that says That's probably 1990 was probably the Japan release date, right? Uh oh, Sega Channel, you actually had it. Not Gary's asking Bonobo Juice if he actually had the Sega Channel. Is there any chance that movie theaters can make a big comeback, or are they going to fade away like shopping malls and rental stores? I don't think. I mean, this is just my own. Uh, I don't know, but my own gut feeling says that we're still very very far away from the complete death of the theaters. But the thing is both the movie theaters and the studios are doing things to ensure its demise. Um, Movie theaters are charging more. They're repeatedly, going up in price when it comes to concessions, when it comes to movie tickets. I mean, some of that comes from the studios requiring it, but then the studios are doing things like, oh, this movie, oh, this movie's not doing well is as well as we hoped in the theaters, so let's just release it digitally 17 days later. You're basically training the audience to not go to the theater. Um, but Inside Out 2 has proven that when there's a movie that people really want to see, they will go out to the theater to see it. I don't know. I would think that even physical media, Blu-rays and stuff like that, it's in a huge decline, but I still think that there's going to be a market for it. So I don't know. That's my take on it. I of course could be wrong, but that's kind of how I look at it. I mean, to me, there's just nothing better. There's nothing better than seeing Dune 2 in IMAX, freaking the sound and kick my butt. I loved it. There's just nothing like it. Crusader of Senti. Disgustingly expensive. I'm not even sure what that is. Pretty Dang Wicked, a decent attempt at a Legend of Zelda title. Movies can come back with quality mid-budget movies like raunchy sex comedies. Well, I mean, absolutely. There's so many areas, genres that they're just not fulfilling right now. And a lot of those are being filled by the streaming services. If they could come out with something that people want to see, there could be another raunchy sex comedy blockbuster, you know what I mean? But they're just the studios are in a weird spot right now. And I think a lot of it comes with this almost Wall Street type thinking, and they're not being creative anymore. They're not taking risks anymore. They're looking at algorithms and trying to figure out, oh, well, a lot of people say that, look at this exit poll we did when, like, shut the who cares? And then on top of that, you've got whole swaths of people that are willing to completely shit on a movie before it comes out because the director says something that they don't like that goes against, their very limited worldview. You know, you got a whole section of the public that are just big whiny ass babies, and it drives me insane. Um, like the one that really got me, somewhat recently is when and this was in the middle of the pandemic, right? So you got Justice League, the Snyder Cut come out, and then a couple of weeks later, Godzilla versus Kong comes out, and people are completely shitting all over Godzilla versus Kong because how dare Warner put out another movie around the same time? And it's like, you idiots. You realize that if Warner goes down because of your stupid shit, nothing Snyder will do will ever matter ever again. when it comes to this Justice League bullshit. So it's just stuff like that. The Captain Marvel crap. It's just like, come on, guys. Again, I have no problem if you say to me, I didn't like this movie or this show because the story didn't work. Or I didn't like this movie or this show because I think the editing was completely stupid. Or I just can't connect to the story at all because I think the acting is terrible. Or something like that, right? But don't tell me that because there's a woman in the lead and oh my God, she's black. This is a bastardization of everything Star Wars stood for. Get the hell out of there with that crap. That is not what Star Wars is about. I'll tell you, man, growing up, Lando was the coolest dude. And I didn't know about race wars and, you know, this is back when I was a kid. I didn't know about the the oh my God, why am I going blank on the name of it? Civil rights. Oh my God. I couldn't think of civil rights. But yeah, I'm a 4-year-old kid, 5, 6-year-old kid watching, The Empire Strikes Back. And I think Lando's the coolest dude. I didn't know anything about the civil rights movement or anything. I just thought he was the coolest dude. I didn't care that he was darker than Han Solo. No, I loved it. And I've taken that sort of almost that feeling all the way through my life. I still don't understand it when somebody can. I just don't get it. We're all the same. We like things. We don't like things. It's like, oh, the gay thing. You like, okay, so you like guys. Okay. Well, I like girls and I like brunettes better than blondes. Am I gonna beat somebody up because they don't like blondes? No. Or they don't like brunettes. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody's the same. So, yeah, you can hate or dislike a show or a movie because it sucks, not because of who's in it. Oh my God, my fragile white ego can't handle it. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. And yeah, politics destroyed cinema. I won't get into it. But yeah. Anyway, I went on a rant and now I'm behind and I gotta go. I almost missed that question. Sorry. Yes, 100% had it for almost the entire run of the service. I loved it. There you go. That's awesome. Oh, you already said that. Never knew anyone who had it, but looking back now, it seems it would have been freaking awesome. Comedies have been in decline since advent of streaming. Bring back comedies. Absolutely. But bring back everything. It's one of the things that, look, I don't necessarily agree with this, but Robert Meyer Burnett talks about bring back sex in movies. You want to get people in the movie theater? Show them something they can't see at home. I mean, that's kind of a dumb thing to say because of course they can see stuff at home. You can jump on the internet right now and see whoever's kidneys you want. You know what I'm saying? Just spread wide, whatever, right? But why not bring that stuff back to the theaters? Raunchy sex comedies. I'm all for it. I'm all for every genre of movie being in a theater, and if people want to go see it, the market will talk. 250,000 consumers. I didn't know it was so rare to have it until maybe 10 years ago. Furiosa just got announced to be coming to streaming and physical platforms like within a month of theatrical release. 17 days. I'm sorry, that was Fall Guy. Furiosa, yeah, is now coming to streaming, but Fall Guy only got 17 days in the like limited to theaters only. 17 days. So yeah, there was a minimum 90-day window back in the day, and when it came to rental, a lot of rentals had 45 and 90-day windows depending on the movie. I know because I used to work at Blockbuster and they used to talk about that all the time. This one's got a 45-day PPV window. So it would take 45 days minimum to even come on to pay-per-view. Cancel culture kind of maybe put a damper on some comedies, like they're afraid to be edgy because it'll offend someone, but I could be way off. You're absolutely right. But then why are comedians like Dave Chappelle, I don't know, that Tom Brady thing, why are those things so popular? Why is comedy one of the number one things on YouTube? Maybe it's because people actually like to laugh. But somehow, and it's almost like the studios only listen to a certain segment of the population. Maybe that's a problem. There's a clear agenda being pushed from studios that's going on in gaming now. True, but again, all you got to do, regardless, is make a good thing, a good movie, good TV show, good game. You do that, people will come regardless of the gender, the color, all of those things. House of the Dragon is a perfect example. A perfect example of having all the things that people get mad about. Oh, there's too many whatever people, whether it's women, black people, whatever, gay people. Yeah, House of the Dragon's got it all. And you don't hear anybody complaining about it because it's awesome. So, Return of the Jedi is still my favorite out of the whole saga. It's still the best space battle ever made. I agree with that for the most part. I mean, Revenge of the Sith, the beginning of Revenge of the Sith is still pretty badass, but I get what you're saying. And yes, it is really, really good. I don't think young people have the attention span required to watch movies, to watch and enjoy a traditionally good movie. There might not be many years left for movies like Oppenheimer to succeed. Agreed, but I still think that there are enough movies, enough big event type things, movies that come out that will keep movie theaters open. And what movie theaters will do, hopefully, they'll start to realize some of these mistakes that they've made. Like, I don't know, 30 minutes of trailers before the movie starts. I mean, I get it. Look, I get it. But the thing is, the whole point of trailer, what's the point of a trailer? It's like, oh, I want to keep that in my head so I can come back to the theater to watch it. If you show 30 minutes of trailers, how many of those are you going to actually retain? I can't tell you. I just know that I've seen them all because I'm big into movies and I watch all this crap. I see the trailers on the internet way before I see them in the theater. But how many regular people, casuals, will actually retain that anyway? It's just ridiculous. More sword and sorcery movies, yeah. So yeah, there's so many problems with it. That's why it's important to watch those types of movies. I stopped caring about Star Wars and comic book movies. I'd rather see a movie that has an original story and see how creative the team behind the movie can be. Absolutely. Wow, I always thought home releases took a year. Lately, it hasn't been that way. But the Fall Guy got 17 freaking days because it didn't perform to its what they expected. 17 days. It's ridiculous. But here's the funny thing. It actually made more money. It's actually the amount of money that the Fall Guy's been making. It's nowhere near like Inside Out money. But it's still making pretty damn good money. In the theaters while it's on digital streaming or whatever. So I just watched Anthony Jeselnik's latest special a week ago. Make those comics who say cancel culture is just taking away their ability to make edgy jokes seem like a bunch of crybabies. I like him. He's one of those where I didn't think I was going to like him, but I like him. He's pretty good. Why isn't that coming through? I see it, Warehouse Dave. I see it. In fact, I see it and I love it. I love all of them. But the only reason why isn't it coming through? Everything else came through. But look, here's the thing. Thank you for that, Warehouse Dave. I appreciate that. Very, 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 very welcome. Not required, not expected, but welcome regardless. Dude, everything is running slow on me right now. No drop frames. Still show an excellent connection. Uh, support them with our money is the only way to keep them around. Yeah. I feel that, but I'm not young. That's one thing keeping me away from movies is they're so long. I know, bad take. No, KP Senti, that's the thing. There are people that like movies and there are people that don't. That's just the way it is. And some movies will connect with you and some of them won't. And that's all good. This is not working. Like Streamlabs is running like crap. And this is just off of their website.
Alien, ALIENS, Alien.
That sounded so weird to me. But again, Warehouse Dave, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Tropic Thunder 2 will unite the world. That would be awesome. Robert Downey Jr. reprised his role from part 1 to show us it's not about color. Absolutely. The Last of Us had a here. Look, I don't know why it's delayed, but I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you, Matt. The Last of Us had a big old gay storyline, and guess what? It was amazing. Gay, straight, whatever. If you're gonna have it, just make sure it's written well. Yes. I remember VHS releases back then took a long time to be available. Yes. Yeah, it was usually it was 3 months, 6 months. So it was like 3 months it would come out on video. And then 6 months
I still think intermissions should come back. It might help theaters get people to buy more food and drinks.
yes, especially if the movie's over 2.5 hours. If it's over 2.5 hours, it needs an intermission. That's what I say. Like, what are you afraid of? What's the problem? Oh, well, if you put an intermission in there, then you can't but those it's basically fewer screenings. That's what the theaters are afraid of. But cuz here's the thing. Once you're there, I don't think in theory most theaters don't care if you enjoy the movie. They don't care if you enjoy the experience. They just want you to spend the money. So once you're there, it's kind of like, we got them. But it shouldn't be like that. And that's the problem. You know, you sit down and the lights go down and you're like, okay, finally. All right. I'm tired of Maria Menounos and her, thin ass. I'm sorry. I don't like her. She drives me insane. But anyway, I'm sitting there watching it. And then what do? They play 10 minutes of commercials, not trailers, commercials. And I'm like, shouldn't this be the thing that you play before the lights go down? This isn't the main event. F you, man. Get these commercials out of here. I mean, I understand. Shozama's made the point many times, and you know what? I agree with it. If the if the theaters have to do that to stay open, then that's what you do. But I don't think that's the problem. I think the theaters are being really, really. No, I don't agree. I think that they should try to streamline the experience to make it an experience that people want to come to and that people are delighted by. You know? And then on top of that, why are you showing me a trailer, AMC? Why are you showing me a trailer of Nicole Kidman trying to tell me what's so awesome about sitting in a movie theater and watching a movie? I'm already here. How many times have you heard this? I've said it a ton of times, but it doesn't make any sense. Like John Campea said, it's like trying to show a woman your Tinder profile mid-coitus. Like while you're having sex with her. Look, that doesn't make any sense. You're already doing the thing. So it's actually it's one of my favorite examples he's ever come out with. But anyway. Giselnik has some awesome points. Most of those comics that are screaming about cancel culture probably just suck and can't come up with anything good. Warehouse Dave rules. That's my position and I stand by it. Might be because it was a low donation tier. Maybe 10 plus gets the automated audio reaction. No, not on my channel. I don't know what the limit is, but yeah, Streamlabs still hasn't loaded for me. So I'm actually surprised that Matt's came up. Tubi is great, plenty of times for restroom breaks. I mean, true, but I use OBS only now. It's a world of difference. Sounded like a spelling bee for the word aliens. Yeah, that was weird because of the spaces. Yeah. They need to bring movies back to 90 minutes, also even double features. I mean, that's true too, but the thing is, and this is we've talked about this, right? I mean, no good movie is too long, no bad movie is too short. Who said that? Roger Ebert, because he was the man. That's really what it is. You make a good movie, it can be as long as you need it to be. And a good story is as long as it needs to be. That's really what it comes down to. So, I saw a movie called Brokeback Mountain. It was a better love story than Twilight. Gave me PTSD though. That movie's great. That movie's really, really good. I know there's a lot of people. Oh, there's a gay sex scene. Sure, yes, there's a gay intimate. Yeah, that does happen. But the thing is, what I love about that movie, and it's a lesson that I've learned, is that they didn't make it about society. It didn't make it. It was literally two people who loved each other that couldn't be together. And when you focus in that much, it becomes a universal story. Sure, there are things in that movie that I can't directly relate to, but I can relate the fact that you had this fling with this person, then you get married. He gets married to a woman. Spoiler alert. But yeah, but they still have this desire for each other. It's a beautiful. I mean, seriously, it's a beautiful story. I know there's probably people who are like, "Oh my god," I get that, but man, it's so well done. There's a reason why it did so well. But anyway, if studios are doing re-releases like 40th anniversary Back to the Future, they need to have exclusive merch. A base. Ooh, Wraith. It's just like a concert, man. Why are they not doing that? That is a great idea that I've never really thought about. I mean, it's kind of like look, the popcorn tubs, the goofy popcorn. I mean, look, they're cool, it's fun or whatever, but it doesn't appeal to me. I'm never going to use I don't use a popcorn tub. I'm never going to use, if I got that Dune popcorn tub, it would literally just be sitting on the shelf back there. But actually, like t-shirts and merch and stuff like that would be, man, that'd be really smart. That's a really good idea, like a seriously good idea. I don't understand why they haven't done that. It says enjoy the show when the lights go down. I know. You might have to explain this to the new generation what an intermission is. I mean, younger than me. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that Nicole Kidman video. I always thought it was funny. Yeah, but it just doesn't make sense. You're trying to convince me that sitting in a movie theater with other people is the way to enjoy a movie. Guess what? I'm in the movie theater already with a lot of people. You need to be showing that, I don't know, on TV, or, that should be an ad that plays on Tubi. You know what I'm saying? You're preaching to the converted. It doesn't make any sense. I don't use the restroom that often. You want movies in an hour. Okay, well, streaming, works. Wait, is that movie actually? Sorry. Oh, sorry. I didn't really spoil it that much. Matt Walls rules, and I agree 100% about it. Intermissions. Yeah. Is that movie actually good? Someone lent me the DVD for that, and I haven't watched it. But yeah, it's a forbidden romance. It really is. It's still worth watching, KP Senti. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to I didn't actually spoil a whole lot of it, but it really is well done. Seems like with theaters being so dead now, they could use one screen to play the movie all the way through and perhaps have another screen that has intermissions. Yeah. Well, that's the thing though. They're still trying a lot of different things. Popcorn Tubs was my nickname in high school. Okay, guys, we got to wrap this up. I'm late. I heard those damn popcorn tubs became a majorly successful gimmick to get people into the theaters. Good. Yeah. It's so dumb though. It's like I'm never going to use those again. But something like that where you're like you said, Back to the Future stuff, or I mean even like Dune, like if Dune was out, Dune shirts, Dune, little action figures and stuff like that. You know that crap's already out. Do it. I didn't realize that Nicole video was played before the movie. I thought they showed it in the lobby areas. No. You're literally seriously right before the movie starts, they play that trailer. And you're like, "Oh my god, Nicole, I get it. I'm here. Why are you playing this for me?" It's stupid. It's so dumb. But that's what at Cinemark, what they do is they show it's like, let me see, hold on. I'm going to do it with this one. Unlock. This is what they do. Where's my, oh, there it is. If you're watching a movie like this, you're not experiencing the full thing. And you're like, and what they'll do is that they'll slowly blow it up to fill the screen. And you're like, "Oh my God, movies are so awesome because they're big." And you're like, "I'm already effing here. Like, why are you wasting our time? We get it." So, yeah. Yeah. It's goofy. If you're watching a movie this big, you're not seeing, you should see it big for the blah, blah, blah. And you're like, "I'm already here. Thank you. I already know this. It's why I'm sitting in the effing audience, you idiot." Some movies from the 20s and 30s were around 60 minutes. There you go. That's true. And some of them are awesome. Go watch The General. Buster Keaton, The General. Look it up. It's amazing. You'll go, "I don't want to watch a movie with that's all silent." Trust me. Trust old Rob. The movie's great. In fact, pretty much everything Buster Keaton does is great. But anyway, I'll DM you about the Streamlabs situation. Do that. I would like to know. FYE has all that movie stuff. One is just a few stores down from the theater. Sure, but that's at your place, you know? But you got me with that small to big though. But that's how they, again, you if you're already in the theater, you don't need that. Next time we should talk about the Thing game remastered coming out for the game systems. I don't know about that. I feel that slogan makes sense when big TVs were not common yet. But yeah, if you're sitting in the theater, it doesn't make any sense. Those ads are there to change the minds of the people who are dragged to the theater against their will by their friends, significant others, babysitters, parole officers. No. They think that they're being smart. Oh, we should convince people. Okay, here's a great example. Another example of studios not knowing what the fuck they're doing. Okay, you ready for this? How many times did you buy a DVD and they said, "You wouldn't download a car"? You're basically trying to convince me. Now, of course, you'll say, "Well, Rob, rental stores were where most people got their movies back then." Sure. But why were they available on store purchased copies? In other words, I know for a fact that they did different copies of the movie for rental and for home. So when you bought a sell through movie at home, why was that same freaking commercial on my DVDs? Trying to convince me not to pirate. I bought the damn thing. So there you go. Those ads are there to change. Oh yeah, I already said that. Speaking of Nicole Kidman, ever see the interview with her and Jimmy Fallon? Oh man, I might have jumped off a bridge if I was Jimmy. I did not see that. Did not see that. I think she was lying about that. I don't even know what y'all are talking about. I remember seeing it as a kid for the first time. I was like, yeah, I would love to download a car. I'm signing off. Awesome stream as always. I'll try to catch the next one. See you later, Rob. Where else, Dave? Thank you again for being here. Just being here is fine, but hey, man, you gave a couple bucks. I appreciate that too. So thanks so much, man. No way she was into Jimmy back then when she was in her prime. No effing. Oh, I did see that. I did see that. I was already into pirating music by then. I guess she's an actress, so her selling that well would make sense. Yeah. But guys, it is definitely, it's 40 minutes past what I was planning on doing tonight. My voice is tired. I'm very tired because I did 3.5 miles on the old hike this morning. So look, you guys, I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you, whether you tipped or you didn't. I appreciate all of you. Thank you guys so much for being here. And yeah, we'll do this again next week. You wouldn't dare make a 3D printed car at home, so why would you watch a video that says full video after the title? There you go. Bonobo juice. Storm sirens are going off on here. Oh my God, Nagari, I hope everything's okay. I hope everything's okay, but you guys have a great one. We'll see you next time. Next week. Same time, same place. Bye.